Hello, Bushafo. Emma Munyina Jo. Chase Obi Bia Hoye. We are Hoye, and a day, a Juma dear beer, Yenina, and ye be this Jumai. If we say, if any may be a cosway, may more, and on your manner that Yakuma Suntino, ama de Biani and Yabre. In a day, you see a Becassa, I will say on questions near my own answers. After livestock, a moire. Nti sɛ wo bi biara w'ani gye sɛ wopɛ sɛ wɔyɛ mmoa no ɛne dɛ question biara anaasɛ biribi bi ɛha wo biara no wɔmmɔden sɛ ɔyɛ dɛ wode bɛba na ade ba a na yɛ soso no yɛhu ɛho mmuayɛ anaa akwankyerɛ biara yɛn nyinaa na yɛbɛsua yɛn ho adeɛ nti no mede link no ato hɔ obi biara contribution o sɛ yɛ question sɛ yɛ daft o yɛn nyinaa na yɛbɛsua adeɛ ne dɛ na yɛtumi hunu deɛ yɛbɛtumi de ayɛ dɛ aboa yɛ man no ebi sɛ ɛha adwen paa sɛ yɛbɛtena ase sɛ yɛbɛkɔkɔ kra nam afiri baabi aba yɛbɛtena ase bɛka sɛ yɛni business wɔ kurom yɛbɛtena ase ama dollars ayɛ dɛ afa Ghana sika so na yɛwi ase aka sɛ Ghana yɛhye abra yɛn dwumadi yɛbɛdi na ɔman no mu no ɛna ɛbɛma dollars no ayɛ dɛ akɔ fam the more na yɛtena ase din na yɛnyɛ hwee no ɛna ma yɛ dollars ne yɛ dollars nyɛ yɛn deɛ mpo dollars ne yɛ dɛ ɛkɔ so sen deɛ the more na yɛtɔn biribiara yɛbɛtɔn ne dollars mu no abra yɛdi CDC no ɛso so ka ho bi ama ne dɛ yɛ dollars problem ne dɛ ɛkɔ so nti ne dɛ mene mu nyinara yɛbɛkasa fa mmoa yɛ ho yɛna mmoa yɛ ho yɛbɛtumi ama dollars ayɛ na dɛ akɔ fam ɛfiri sɛ da biara yɛsɛ sa CDC ɛkɔ dollars no yɛde kɔfa nam afiri Burkina Faso yɛde kɔfa nam afiri Togo yɛde kɔfa nam afiri Côte d'Ivoire yɛde kɔfa nam afiri South Africa yɛde kɔfa nam afiri Spain yɛde kɔfa nam afiri Brazil yɛde kɔfa nam afiri just baby bebrebe ɛna yɛde Holland ne de aba bɛhwɛ abranso krom ebi wɔ hɔ enti mesrɛ mo ɔma yɛ nyinaa nyɛ krado sɛ yɛ nyinaa yɛbɛkasa ɛkwan yɛbɛfa so yɛkɔyɛ business no but at the same time no yɛbɛma Ghana economy na ɛdɛ akɔfo bada ɔsɛ kwa me mwakɔ aba megye sɛ wia bɔkɔ Oga
yes sir
akɔ aba
yɛnua
ɛnɛ deɛ sɛdeɛ wawonim wei ne deɛ yɛtie abusuafoɔ
ani
ya ɔyɛ livestock no obi bia ɔpɛ sɛ ɔkɔyɛ mboa no the questions daft ne bia na ɔwɔ bia no ɔde ba a ɛbɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu ayɛ akyerɛ no deɛ ɛbɛtumi akyerɛ mu so yɛntimi susu na yɛnyina bɛfa ho adwene ne nyinaa nso ɔmɛdɛ ɔmbɛba no ɔmayɛ ɔmabɛbusa because yɛni abre Operation Feed Ghana no yɛnyie mu yɛso mu kɔpem sɛ Ghana bɛyɛ dɛ yɛbɛnya no fa ahodeɛ ɛwɔ nkra aduane nkra ne nam nkrakra na aba yɛ kurom no na nyame adom a Friday nso ne yɛbɛkasa fa aduane deɛ ho ɛyɛ crops na ɛna mehwɛ rice how you make rice no obi de bɛto group yɛ nyinaa wɔ so na mehwɛ na no so no yɛbɛkasa fa ho ɛfiri sɛ are hɔ nti bro ɛmoa yɛ business anasɛ nyɛ business
mpapakyɛ Kristo asɔsɔm ne ka yɛ nyinaa ɛna sɛ
ɛnka wo nso
ɛda foforɔ a yɛbɛhyia mpapakyɛ one thing yɛsanka yɛ link no ɛwɔ page no
mepakyɛ mede ba meyerɛ afa me so
okay ɛnti question a wobisa no in fact mboa yɛn teɛ me make sure say one of the most prolific work in Ghana. And because Adebia, you can predict what you get. Yes, you can predict what you get. Jefa emboye enkwampe ebia different ways. I will say ebe di na ebia work abetumi I predict another obe na ye fende ewa woye merchant MTM momo merchant ebe din there ebia the main panel be predict there ebia this particular month make say and I say make me say. But for embody, you can easily predict. And used to like working with predicting or working and you getting to know what you will end or what you will gain at the end of the production. I was and no so cramp on air plus amount. Yes. Also air plus and you know and what some of the escawumpa and one in this cawumpa and oh
that means ye mmoa no sɛ yɛka se yɛpɔ sɛ yɛkɔ mu no a mmoa bɛyi na gye sɛ yɛkɔ mu ɛbɛboa yɛ mmoa bɛ ne yɛn bi wɔ Ghana yɛyie.
I was to me no deɛ mboa sɛ yɛyɛ mboa Ghana ebetu akɔyi ama obia ɛyɛ mboa yɛpɛ ɛyɛ mboa obia pɛ. Yes, because one of the factor key to consider when starting a business is what the community need or what they lack, what they want. So I don't know. And you know, looking at or you considering what they need and what they want to know. Like very easy. And you know, and boy will share community here. Community omudi. Community omope. Bia will start over to me. I simple. I made the simple crack on simple.
Okay, that is ɛno kyerɛ sɛ me community no me wɔ northern region a ɛnyɛ preko na ɔsɛ me yɛ me ɛwɔ nantwie anaasɛ bi a adanko ɛna ɔsɛ me yɛ anaasɛ goat me patch me boa.
Almost say okay, I am a crack, but almost say you ready system ehwe. If I say you probably to say worker say north say won. Almost say north say we are in Nigeria. Like I was say we are in Nigeria won. Who were a lot of let's say who were a lot of competitors. Very good.
Okay.
And ebia Mr. A aye nantwie, Mr. B aye nantwie, C aye nantwie. And so wonu say utumi ye bibi aye different. If I say poetry, trust me, you have less competitor. So you can
asema okay yenta anwene saa de mu he o.
I
Bia na yete say we ye we bibi na we yekro mu na ne nyina yakoye bi. Yes, fish na aba so ne nyina yakoye ka fish. Yes, yi poultry na aba ne nyina yakoye poultry farm.
sure.
Okay.
And if I say no fear will can example. Now ebia ye na ebia say ye 200 ewo north. Na say ye mu 170 ewo cattle, goats, sheep don't come. Na say ebia 5 per ewo poultry. Just imagine. Imagine the profit margin wide. And you know, if you can keep on increasing your production day by day, and also for such areas like that, you know, demand very high. Yes, demand very high. And in first thing, second thing here, your products are always ready for market. Our customers are on top because those who are demanding it are even more what you are production or what you are producing.
Okay.
So every day there'll be shortage.
Okay.
Every day there'll be shortage. You know, before I ever start animal production, we should get to know that there is four important P's. A P, Uncle 4. Yes. P,
Demo.
P, Uncle
I
4.
want me free me pen and me paper. Can me say questions and answers and can me free me pen and paper. My main tray the 4P.
4P. Oh, I don't know. And the 4P, no, if I say, Uber starting business, first ask yourself, the first P, product. Which production do you want to go into? And then the first P.
Wow.
The first P. And I also say, production, and we hear pa. It is a production, and now to me, a say, why, how, when, what. Ebia first say, me person me call poultry. Why? I didn't hear. Now, one so we be sound. Ebia, your friend say, my community need it. And I there.
Yeah.
Yes, it has such questions like that. No. Now, go to me. It be sound. Second, place. The second P, place. After say, if say what you say, okay, side the mayor poultry. Second P, place. Into the place, and the location of our business is also a factor we need to always consider. Any location. And it is a send we can person say, who to make us say, who conton bet was sleep. Obaka. Who to make us say, who could be a barber shop or Jamaica? Yes. To me. Because Jamaica is also in
True.
to me.
It's so no yen share trouser ye dia homa na bo.
Very good.
Okay.
And so don't say the business as a whole no there. Ebia now who capital or bibia, but location I was citing will poultry. And I said location I was say production. About to me account. It is if I say okay establish pig farm. I was on the house pig farm was on go. I don't know. I shall call when you market unless some of the occasions. I don't know. Very good. And the third P be able to okay, my major third P the last P. The last P to will price. And the last P which will price because so yeah what on ABS so adia obey baby obeto. After the next higher price and say also there are some places here the demand is low. There's some places here the demand is very very high. And the places that demand a low who say what price very low because you can't increase your like you can't increase the prices. But there are some places here. Trust me, demand here very high. And to even should you increase your production or should you increase your price after every production cry? Obviously, you get the market. No idea, no.
Okay.
And also, factor, you consider just say, I was say you consider answer. You to me, uncle. Make I say, do maybe woman me friend me. Now I say, I'll cut into production. I say, I say turkey.
Yeah.
I say turkey.
Kroko.
If I say,
Kroko.
okay, and me a won't.
Maybe better no.
Okay. Every any achieve. I mean, the achieve the wow, achieve the many Jones are. What I don't know. But na location any like your first say the general idea of grandpa efa we no na enshada enchina yes send na I will say esi economy.
Okay.
So you need to first understand what you are doing. And at the last P, one, promotion. If I should explain the question, how will people find out your product? Yes. How will people find out your product?
Say I know they say no, SOS abenti no, yabama no so.
Okay. And also, very common. After say, what consider BPR, I feel who say if say we starting production here, we are bold and confident. But there is one general key I will recommend everyone. In fact, where they found say welcome school, I say school. I recommend everyone to consider before I start a business. I be a SWOT analysis.
When in Capini home.
Capino.
Okay.
SWOT.
But
Also, SWOT. So,
SWOT.
right.
Okay.
Into no, what the meaning. So, what starting business? If say poultry now, over say what start here. What there separate no. SWOT. S was strength.
Strength. Okay.
Strength. And W weakness. O
Yeah, weakness say okay,
the
Matthias.
weakness.
Yeah, I contrary. Okay.
And O opportunity. O opportunity.
Okay.
And T o threat. Very
Threat.
good. Threat. Very good. I want
Okay.
to say your starting fee was strength. I want to now qualify. When yenya nina ebia pese me start way okay the main reason why na obia pese or start being said our initial capital and you know at that point you know or capital abel with strength.
Yeah.
Yes, our initial capital abel with strength. And you know if our person our capital even not even capital crumple initial capital but start capital go to me I just started one. Very good. Who was that can at least like you can speak say okay make to me I started first thing initial capital and after say wait maybe after say one consider sub part no after the second thing maybe technical know how who want in big ka wo ho and say who ni bibia wo ho say who in bibia wo ho and shabe na why sha afa that particular way you know one of them very good. So say we consider third thing ebia land. Aye, land.
Land nso kora so nye land bia ne ade bia pese oye na yeye.
Getting free land. Complete free land.
This all pese oye pese oye go to ultimate goto be swamp area.
Dabi, won't me. One of them. Now we consider all these factors na. You say who consider bibia after bon say okay this is my strength. No I don't know. This are my strengths. After na waba weakness. If say weakness obesity more than strength now, I was we are careful because I know when we say production na wokom no emu yɛ den. And say bi say wo call business him na say weakness more than strength we say there is something wrong.
Na me pache weakness ni bi ni say.
Okay, weakness ebia weakness between aye maybe to say okay weakness I will say inadequate capital.
Okay.
I would say capital was strength no and just capital
Okay.
initial capital
Okay.
after weakness abaye inadequate capital.
Nti
I
me
just
ba
say
cho
it can
nti me ba cho se meti ase a me ba cho me bo ti se meti ase a meaning say me be se be ko poultry farm me kura 20,000 but me si me pen me bi bia wie no ti be ka na keto bi nti afa me ntimi ntoduane a ma ne kodurta mo be sha se ye le yi me boa.
very good.
Okay.
And it's can inadequate and so I and so
Ebusuafo me ba cho me de link na to bio bibia questions and aspect bia na here no momra na de momfamra because ye pese ye pushy agenda and operation feed Ghana no and ye livestock nyame adema Friday ye be cash crops no so any crops ni bia serious ni legumes ni bia ye be kan ho asem nti misrem ada mamu ye mfa nhye ye da ye no bibia ha ya adwene mfa nhye ho mom ye pushy ni mra out ni ensua ye nya na yesua okay senior but ultimate to so.
and so almost say happen you three was okay wait to aye your weakness. But then if ebia inadequate ebia make no inadequate capital but aye with all the weakness that also they a lot but the general thing say you being faithful to yourself now while still with strength while still weakness what should I say your weakness overweight your strength work on your weakness before you start.
Nti lack of a team no a skill team no a weakness oh.
Mean so question answer papa.
Se me pese me ko ye mmoa na me nim omo bebo am no mo ni emmoa no ho nim die bia na mo ni knowledge bia ho na eno e
That's
fa
a
weakness.
weakness.
Okay.
It's a weakness. In ebia inadequate technical know-how.
Okay.
A weakness. Lack of feed a weakness.
Okay.
Yes. Lack of labor a weakness.
Okay.
What do you know? I want to say a weakness. Weakness any threat about the same but there was just slight difference to me consider. What do you know? I also a weakness. After say your opportunity one yes opportunity adebia like it will come out obia if I say wo if I say me say that's a say me poetry no
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah ebia if say velesa me main agenda for me x sorry if say me call for layesa me
Mhm.
main agenda for me x one
Mhm.
after say what time x in there you know and
Mhm.
1 year spent and say and also wow would ya
Mhm.
abayawo opportunity what they know about opportunity after the next thing so said as a set to sound cry every 3 months about the sun or 3 feet is what
Mm.
the sun a fertilizer and you see
Mm.
a opportunity after what share locational one if so what less competitors so and so your opportunity now because you can easily penetrate in the market.
Nti te se de wako bie more aban yakra more.
Ah,
Okay.
and I
Ye
said,
wo
where be a provision store, where be a provision store, I was at Matamore and Chanwa.
Charity.
Those say, I have fair, I am nice, but just imagine, open to me if I can't, if you Kumasa and motor at one provision store, very
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
And continue getting a place that less competitors. Send a sick and say, if I say, one off, na obia go into sheep, cattle, goats. Now we're going to poultry, who are less competitor.
Okay, yeah, mommy, I join you.
Hey,
Everyone akwaba.
senior, senior woman.
Chiamo abusuafo.
I just so man
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, ena. Auntie
Francis
Tiri
oye.
Bekum.
Oh, until I don't know experience. So, and what?
I said only Mr. Edu na the experience nam. And I was no experience amo amo ne ye che nyame nhyira mo. Me say asem na wo ka no. I think say kakra me de beka ho ne say eno ti na eja ben say start small no. Because we start small na say na Francis wo ka no. Say neighborhood ho na na say baby a wo no. Sɛ bɛkɔ so a osoma nkosua kakra bɛsesa no ɛbɛkyerɛ ne tɔ no bɛkyerɛ sɛ wowɔ competitors anaasɛ wonni ɛna mmoa no so yɛn no so no the more a woyɛ no a wastarte small no na wode esua nea ɛkeka ho nti operation feed Ghana no a Charles yie ɛno koraa no bɛma wastarte from your own house
Sure,
nti afei a wo nsa ɛkokwa so a wohunu n'ani so no wobɛte w'ani na ada no wɔ business. So
sure.
now saying Ghana, a lot of people go out to brodo. What the actually way, what the actual way. Over here, we saw me be been two more on yet a ye be mamma. My genius can, why am I? Or yes, you told what the actually enough for four. Say, we see told you come out when you're not told me or I met up. One. It is the same as what you are saying, Francis. Because said, yeah, okay, say, your advantage and disadvantages. I think so start small. What advantage, with disadvantage, bear it to way.
Good baby.
Wo nsa
Sure.
bɛso
Yeah, we
nea
understand.
woyɛ biara so na woka sɛ mafiri aburokyire akɔ Ghana na obi akyerɛ yɛn sɛ yɛnyɛ farm nti wakɔ kuku even koraa wɔ 50 acres koraa start 10 wahu na wode esua na ade kɔ w'anim na ade kɔ w'anim na mɛsrɛ so na maka saa asɛm wei aka ho sɛ momma yɛnni aborɔfo nneɛma a wɔyɛ akyi na saa hormones no a yɛde mema nkokɔ ne yɛde dua nnuane ne ade no ɛde yareɛ end result no de yareɛ na ɛbɛbrɛ yɛ man no nti yɛne a yɛaka yɛn ho abom a yɛwɔ ha yi mɛsrɛ yɛn nyinaa sɛ kakra a ɛbɛdi nti kakraa bi na nipa yɛhia wɔ abrabɔ mu na sɛ kakra no wonya ɛno akyi na sɛ nnipa nyinaa bɔ odin pa a ɛyɛ sene sɛ wobɛnya ahodeɛ na yɛaka sɛ mekɔtɔɔ n'akoko na sɛ mekɔtɔɔ akoko bi na normally a yɛtɔ live chicken nti yɛkɔɛ no ɔmu adu ɔmu apɔm ɛna me kunu tɔɔ live chicken bi na ɔde baa fi na can you believe sɛ chicken no wowe baako a wowie no anom nsuo a na wɔfu ayɛ te sɛ dɛ wɔfu ahyɛ no nti
What is that?
wotumi wo sɛ akokɔ no yɛde bɛyɛ 3 months na wiase no yɛawowɔ ne hormone saa na wayɛ kɛseɛ na ɔmaku no ɛna ɛda baako sei ɛnnim so nti no yɛda mo ase wɔ nea a mokyerɛkyerɛ mu na nea mɛka no nyinaa ne sɛ start small a wo casualties no bɛyɛ kakraa bi na afei so wode sua sɛdeɛ berɛ a ɛka no na ade kɔ anim meda ase SOS nyame nhyira wo Charles
Mami, that's in your mission also. So, na me bacho na before say about life no na me ja bibi e biche say na say me about life but me ja na me hwe de na ode bae na wo
yeah
kasa fa aduane ne we no
yeah
na enya reho say
ɛnyɛ awerɛho
yeti ekrom say ye pepper fume rice
ɛnyɛ awerɛho ɛnyɛ awerɛho
na local rice or near the say the
ae
pepper fume rice.
ae
Okay.
ae
But you bet
wa
ma
can
can
you
be
be
no. Na ye nyina yen kwohwe ma ti you know the buy no. Na Friday no ye be hia na ye be ka crops no so de. Na mom yen se san ye ketrema. Ti
ow
ma ti de be bie no kakra afa the pro the video de buy no.
kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ awerɛho Charles Indiafoɔ ɛnyɛ I don't think sɛ yɛ Indiafoɔ nko
No
a
anya India be ye sa
Pakistan mo
Yeah, Pakistan, yeah,
Pakistan.
but you know.
Aye. That's what money na de kure ya.
Okay, no correct.
Omo
No
nyina
correct.
de kure Asia ho. Na e ya rehosem se Chase emo no omo saketua bi a no mo de agu ade mu na mo na tu so ho. Enti no na omo de perfume no so afra enti aduane Chase ye kuro mo mu. Chase chemicals bi a nim wonu wa de wa first wo beka kumase anwa mo na so omo ni je na ni sadi so kai
Ah, mame, me say nyagro.
kama
Nyagro.
Arawo.
And the way
Charles,
you
arawo.
me sure say we you be better. Me nim dear.
Queen, I know you're queen special.
Ah, sa kwenkwen na kwenkwen wo na anwa mo so ne sadi
I
wo.
I want money sardine na queen so dear chiri.
Ai,
Ah.
So I want
ni
money
nyina
sardine here. I want money sardine here 12. Nti about 3 na queen
ai,
wura nso
ana
na
kwenkwen
mechire.
so aso aba.
Ai na amuduro wura nso na
Na mu
monchen. Ono
duro
ye
aso to aso.
ai
Eh, ejedu be
ai
kumo.
ai
Ni nyina na
ai
ye loka, ni nyina na ye
no
loka.
GMO. Udi aduane na gina wo ho
Ejina
pintin
ho.
wafu nhye. No indigestion. And indigestion ne heart palpitation bebre. Enuro nko a.
Chasa, ejedu. Ayabra ho sem kese. Chasa wo hwa. Wo must a whole manufacture we kura so there. Wo must so jana wasi ntumi say they are making a whole lot of profit. Enti nye say be kura mo to gas bi o. Wo ma ti se buchi no. So won hwe ya kona kɔhwɛ. Wo
I
ma
said,
ti
omo chi ne te said, omo chi gari no.
ai
Omo ye nte
ai
gari mochi ano
ai
pepepe. Ne
ai
gari da design no.
ai.
Ti omo hwie gum nam the chemicals na wo
In
no.
the
Na
chemicals
ye
na
na
wo no.
wasone so no wa hwie go. Omo hipu omo 90 tiam omo tie mu koba. Na ewia na ya hyehyɛ ne bag mu ne apam na ye de sticker abɔ ho. Eba enu ye imported rice. Ye pe no chain de Ghana ni ne de ne nsa ayɛ na wayɛ ne clean na ukurom ni adu ba a sometimes you know yeah na
Ya na
eh,
bra wo.
oh yeah oh emu ya
Eyo.
emu ya
Ya
emu
kyerɛ
ya
sɛ wa gya de wa hwe kura mu. Organic aduane ne boɔ den. So organic ɛwɔ kurom a ne boɔ den.
ai
Na yɛ hɔ organic fufufu nipa si yɛ ni
ya bi ampe
na yɛ di ɛyareɛ. Mehyɛ no a mehwɛ de wo yɛ yɛ saa ayi noodles yɛ aba Ghana nipa nyinaa di. Yɛfrɛ ne sɛ saa ayi no. Endomi no.
Endomi.
Awerɛho awerɛho de wo mu yɛ endomi no. Sɛ
Me
wohu no a wonni bi da. Na sɛ
mame,
no na yɛ nkɔɔfoɔ
if
atu
I
adi.
tell
So
you me
moma
come here, e be hu price no, me nim so be hu na.
aha.
Me hu price ni on se mo hu na.
Ɛdɛn
no
a
2
ye
point something.
Yeah, 237. Na mo hwe ade kwa mkoto e.
ai
Pen no.
ai
Men se san ko Ghana sikam no obi abedi matem.
ai na sɛ wonte
But
Ghana no ɔde si enti
men ka
no
wasem bi ngai.
mede ma no
Nya bi
bɛsi ha na
adma.
mɛsrɛ mo a mowɔ ha monkɔhwɛ video no awerɛho nti neɛ nyame nhyira wo bɛmɛ na ɛda wase
Yeah.
nea woyɛ
Yen so da wase. Nya mi nshira se oba na wode wode aba. Nya mi adoma Friday ye beto aso wo yen cash crop no side ye meka crops no a ye no. Ye beto aso na ye ni abre se enye ye livestock na Friday ye beto aso. Free say ni abre. Na ene de ya ye ka livestock no me pese me adi we ba. Me pa macho we de ofadu bacha kwa aba.
Pastor do.
Aha, me sro men go kanto kwa. Ngo kanto kwa. Na antiti de kan sem bi osi humus na de afra ne ma no. Me woni ma me no bi a me de mani asi o enema mo me ensa bi eyen wo mo de mani asi o mo so. De din kan catfish no. See de si yen catfish we kro mo no. E de asem baba da bi mo me hwe ne ye. Me nim se mo ne me ya adwuna. Sa trapoline plastic eyi na ye de sisi ewie mu na ye yen mo awo mo no. E de yale beba. Menim se mo ne me ya adwena mo mo nhwe ne yenka na yenko ye local wa na yetu efom na ye de mo ne gum na se ubetimi kura na waduedua kube etwa fish pond ho ahyia na amomu nyino better than say ye be kokoto saa rubber bucket in saa tank no ye de be sisi fie aboma so na ye mboa no minim de mo adwen kyerem wo fa dum pa che wote de me kan na ye a mesere mo mo akwa abade di nkan but fancy man ko ye wo fa dum say wa ye yi kakra.
Okay, so yeah, but we can do with last R, which is last T, which is the threat. The threat. I would say, you can't threat a year na threat. One, you know. So before you start a production, there are some things about to me. I or threat. You are aware of it. Threat. I don't wouldn't say either way. About me see. The first thing, maybe temperature changes or the climate. Obianim say December to January. Opeba and anambwa. Very good. Obianim say opeba. And see, for the temperature change, which I would try to pass say, wait to me, I'll consider this factors now. And also be to me, second threat to me, thieves. One, you know, very good. Predictors. And see, maybe I say, who see for threats, then every day be a master menu, also come. Was a winner at least, at least a defensive tool would to me, I prevent it, sir, Adiano. Protecting with pests and diseases. Yes, pests and diseases. I will threats. So we say before answer over start, I say we already say, okay, I am ready for all my threats. Because the moment you get to know your threats and your weakness, the next thing is to just just work on it. And investing. Maybe I would disease any other pest and disease. The last but one, new competitors. New competitors. There was some place where one was in the Pakupana, Kaliwoli. Oh, I don't know. For the start, who was in Nipa one. But the moment locality was no, Kaliwoli, a cosono, after one sana will be Edno, edging. Oh, I don't know. And as agribusiness student, and also as agri entrepreneur, I was say no, by the next 5 years, by the next 3 years, make me more competitors. Is eba made. Aini eba made.
I say the more na wo share no we unique. Nti na sana competitors mbeba no na waje edin dada.
Very good. Aside edin point, there will be bigger product differentiation. Yes, product differentiation. How you can make your product different from others. Product differentiation, and it can be through the price, packaging, how you can advert your products, the place. As well, it me here. When you say, your friend say, "One Mr. Charles, after say, what's water, whoever say, or cattle." That's what they call market. I say the actual thing that you will say, like it is very general. In the part, a general who call a beer with the usually try and it is not being packaged. But if you should package your products nicely, actually you are able to add value to your products, and it will look different from the normal one. No idea, no. Good. And you know what threats, they be also be to me. I do but for threats, but we are aware say a bit messy, and then they will be aware. And so you just work on your weakness and your threats. One, weakness and your threats, and trust me, you can easily make it. Farming is very easy, simple, but it entails a lot. It may be it is a what the you work and you learn. You work and you know. Like you learn new thing every day. You learn new thing every day. But nipa oye momo. When him say star 170 ash I do kwa where me 4 1 hour cash out. One way and kwa obia or the bank on him say take it here 1 to 10 and can hear repetition permanent. There is no way I dictate full from can teaching on him say I don't actually those say ocean but a topic. There's no way I be before we become unless. But for animal any crops there, you learn always because the more we know, ever, ever, ever. But one thing so I'm say you consider aside the SWOT, and he said when starting a business, we should first believe in ourselves. And the first thing, what the said, I can do it. Just build up the can do spirit. Yes, take risk. There is a saying that the most dangerous risk on earth, last the most dangerous risk on earth,
It's not taking a risk.
yes, it's not taking a risk. And so when taking risk, and then I dangerous and I dangerous just start. Even if I want to start. Yes, in the family of blind, who is the king? The one with one eyes. In the family of blind, who is the king? One with one eye. And he said, if say your community, now say you need goat farm. Now, Mr. Mem upon chip bakupe or a king. So it is not the size of your production. No. Size of the environment, not the quantity and the environment, just the zeal. Yes, just have the zeal to do it. Just start. Even if it's 50 best, 10 best, 5 best, 1 bed starting. Because the big man you see today was once a baby.
Yeah.
Darko farms me say that any papa, but na you say na if I'm I'm not sure say or the one day and or the rich Darko farms. Yes. Who say
Me pacho the question first question about me pacho yen nyina na ye di dwuma ne no. Mesrɛ mo me de link na to mamu nsuro mo ba obia de se mo beba na mabusa question ti mesrɛ mo link ne da ho. Mo fa link ne mra na mo meyo so on person so o de fabra se de enia de aba no ye be read dia ma mo. Nti o say hello SOS, I want to ask what are the other feed supplements for sheep and goat apart from grass? Oh, minia. Edoso, bebre.
yeah, okay. Come on.
Make a come on.
I
Oh,
man answer me.
ejedu ha eje what they say ejedu busy. Minia, me pacho ba kwa ofamenu ama mesua. Ana ye nua pani Mr. Charles Benton so ama mesua. Eye bodie ye due ya nkasa bodie ye due eni kwadu na oni ni dua no utwa so wie na utwa wie na de aka na si ho no utimi kotwa ni nyina ba fie odi wo ayi a chamfan ayi na kata no ye say friend chamfan na no friend kata me boa sa machine bi ya ha wodi shemu a utwa na ketenkete na so betimi kwa de wo se kan ye twwa na ketenkete na de egu sa diana ye konsuo gu mu ye disi ye wo fie no ayi sa bru rubber bi no atententete ase ga no bisa no wobetimi atwitwa no ketenkete na de gum na wa miamia so wopekwa no gina so no miamia so o se wo na ho ye enye fin de eni fin Ubie
compared to
wase be mframanim na wakata so for 6 months. Ubie so a emo na duane no ba ko no ana traditional way nso ebeka fa obi banche enye ye board ya wadwa ai de be mambo no ene so traditional way but no ko fa hwe say dey plastic bi enye dey enim ena grass na wo kan so no eni ho eburo so no ye de eburo no so na obi edua ne buro na watete ne buro di ko no wo de kosre no ye kutwitwa saa ne nua na akeka ho na esisi wo no wapempa ne buro ko no ko twitwa ne nyina berefie na be twitwam kitinkitinkiti ye wo saa machine no ena mse friend chaff cutter aha na fa be twitwa ne kitinkitinkiti na no so no fa molasses ye de epeti so saa de sɛ nyinaa bɔdeɛ de aduane nyinaa wode molasses pete so a na de ahyɛ saa rɔba no mu ɛno nso so ɛyɛ ɔmo aduane bro maka kakra
why idea esa kakra waka ni na afa ya che bibi after say wakon farm etwa maize ni stocks abefie no ebia wo chop in pieces no na fermentation ebia for some weeks after fermentation no I think let us add value to it.
Okay.
Yes, let's add value to, because if we cannot feed let's say livestock with one particular feed, especially pigs and goats at least we should add value to it. I feel it's was kind after fermentation, the way to akosa ebro ase like minimum area mo chi
Ntete
ebro ntete very good.
ntete ya so ho wie
That's what we know. Okay. Kakra. But if a person a more rich to cry, but like the food itself, yan chisu kakra. One don't yan chisu kakra. Now beans ya also yan chisu kakra. Soya bean yan chisu kakra. Na yan blend minim service kono. Yan si. One don't yan si. And you say offer fermented feed na fermenting na. Ebi a first offer no first 5:1. First 5 kg. I say 10 kg is to 1. And say that offer on 10 kg na. Na feed na yes na aye powdered form no. What the kakra fra. Na wood nso kakra eguso. I will say what from that state to aye powder state. You say what the mama enye ebeba ko komunus. See wood nso kakra bi efra amanya west kakra. Also say what the fra beans ekuteni protein.
Yeah.
Soya beans also. We can beans. Those what the at least what are they value to feed? So I don't know. And also a quite to me at least as some kakra. No, I don't know. And now for grass also, there are some grass in beer say when we should allow our birds to feed a chair person to me and digest it.
Okay.
And a check answer to me and digest it. Yapa grass by your phone, Bahama grass. Bahama grass.
Okay.
Bahama. Oh, say, okay, grass no, as a sepa. Oh, say, minimum some second school food won't like park, no park you won't. Oh, say, a jar park manu food for even say 1 year. Oh, sir, if phone for 1 year no Bahama grass. Say after say yes last year no new one every food. And no yan phone green grass no. See near no somehow hard than normal. See your Bahama grass, your Central Sima grass, your elephant grass, your carpet grass, your love grass, Nina but grass bit say Bahama grass say about we are a check answer. I digest and I very hard. And you say Abon to me like when the livestock fails to chew it for some time, once now I don't educate the truth.
Okay.
And we have Bahama grass, and no the make adding kakra, and me I don't find it now for adding myself. Must not say must not be so be me it but ever had first time you school say we are someone and no yeah man
Yeah,
na
the
yeah
trial. Yeah, the trial, but yeah, on what you said.
and on the hand and once ever had
Yeah.
say I want to and able to say central sima and I say oh the ever to say elephant grass and so kakra like I don't see somehow watery like containing so kakra and say I want every baby I also be to me I'm an say I also be to I'm a name constipation
Okay.
I was me
Uh,
man
my pacho.
sorry me say constipation bloat
Okay.
bloat
Okay. Okay. Offer to
question
pacho.
Me wa ha me de Bahama grass no ne picture ne drawing no me de ato page no so wɔ SOS. Nti
Okay. SOS
wa wo hɔ
community.
no wobɛtumi akɔhwɛ. Ɛnyɛ green no me de ne ɛyɛ ne art form. Nti wobɛhu sɛ deɛ shape ne teɛ. Wobɛhu sɛ deɛ n'aba no ɛso a ne flowers no ɛte sɛ ɛpae te sɛ nipa nsa no. Ebi wɔ hɔ ɛyɛ 3 branches, ebi wɔ hɔ ɛyɛ 5 branches. Wobɛhu
sure
sɛ emu odu ɛyɛ very thick, ɛyɛ very very strong. Paa wode se kan wɔ se kan nyɛ nam a wontumi ndɔ. Wode se kan bom a na abu atɔ hɔ. Awodane wo ho na yɛ kakra na asɔre agyina hɔ.
also
Okay.
yeah mama
SOS.
Matric.
No, SOS here,
Yeah,
WhatsApp
wow,
community. No.
SOS no be say mediator. That is the Bahama grass. That's how it looks like. Inti
Okay.
ɛno ɛna na Francis ka ho asɛm no. Na eh minim adeɛ no nneɛma no ayɛ bebree ba Francis mpakyɛw wobɛtumi akyerɛ mu kakra a na woka fermentation. So
fermentation
fermentation no what is the process? Onipa na ordinary person or person or bibi kakra man ne mmoa no. What is the fermentation process? Obetumi akyerɛ mu wɔ hɔ kakra na then um na yɛ ntoa so mfiri hɔ.
that's
Meda
it
ase.
that's it
Yeah.
but I say oh say fermentation after say takofa the stocks if farm abafio no the first thing say we mostly chop them into pieces what you know we mostly chop them into pieces after chopping them into pieces we will now introduce heat to it not any heat like say ebia light heat but ebia weak some people mostly get small hole even say minimum say na music routine bula ana Mr.
Yeah,
Charles
I just say what two
Abula.
amena me fan say wabo amena te say nia why fish pond and I say
very good
we construction site omo no mo di nsuo gu mu no omo
very
ye
good
ne square sa na wo de
very
baby
good
sa we raise either say obi two no form and I say wo de concrete be raise and I say wo de be good drum mu and I say
okay
bucket mu and baby a
and
obetumi
you know
akata so.
and after say when you sa hole no na what the tarpaulin what the so me kama one there no what the so me
Okay.
kama na what tepe chopped rain egum
Okay.
so what tepe kumu a na what the nso kakra apete to nso a anato say the wotim edi we nso afra molasses kakra afra
Okay.
what the pan na kata so
Nti molasses no wo de molasses ne be kakra be fra nsuo no na wo de apete so.
aini
Okay.
ha what the pete so a ape na kata so wakata so in such a way say like I would say as I said no
Mframa
and
ntumi
farmer
nkɔ.
entumi any access and go inside
Right.
every so I
Okay.
say wuni sika and I say wuni eh eh for kana nkura bula so a ordinary drums ya.
Yeah.
Ordinary drums ya yenim ya. Drums ya yenim ya. And also
Meba
what me
meba
ask
chewo.
egum.
We de nyame ho abotre yen kwa ne kakra kakra. As me ye slow student intino. They do baby a ye fa ne step by step ebeboa. Um yakofa eburo na bafie. Eburo nua no. Ya pempan wie ye no. Ya ba ya pe machine ya shred. Yɛhwerɛ de yɛ no a yɛahipu agu hɔ te sɛ deɛ yɛabɔ ne sɛ nkɔfie no egu hɔ no na yɛayɛ nsuo kakra yɛde molasses afra
Afra.
molasses na yɛde fra nsuo no de agu so no ɛyɛ sɛ ɛbɛma no taste anaasɛ ɛno na ɛyɛ preservative no anaa yibo deɛ yɛmfa no sɛ yɛde molasses no gu so a now yɛde nsuo no pete so a yɛbɛnunum ama nsuo no afra akɔ inside anaasɛ yɛhipu ne saa no yɛde pete so a ɛno ano no ma yɛmfa yɛn nsa nka.
Okay. Said the reason why I do info epitome say to facilitate
The
the
fermentation.
fermentation process no. One you know.
Okay.
Nti yɛfa say yɛde nsuo egu ase kakra bi a na happy ebi egu so na yɛde nsuo
Na
kakra
yɛde bi
apete so
apete so.
na apete
Okay.
yɛ happy bi egu so
Okay.
saa ba nsuo
Okay.
no
Nti kyerɛ sɛ ayɛ te sɛ deɛ yɛyɛ ɛyi no time a ne yɛwɔ construction site no yɛtwa blocks a yɛnyɛ no concrete sɛ deɛ yɛde kɔ plaster no but woyɛ na wode nsuo no kakra apete so ayɛ te sɛ deɛ woyɛ ɛyi no gɔbɛ dry no woma nsuo no
sure
twa mu
sure
a ansɛ beans no kakra na wode gari kakra apete so na watwa kakra nti woyɛ ne saa na ayɛ ɛhɔ ne hɔ no mate wase nti
sure
ya sɛ woma nsuo no twa mu deɛ a ne kyerɛ sɛ woayɛ soakings no na no deɛ adeɛ no asɛe yɛ sɛ woyɛ ne nkakra nkakra sɛneɛ ɛbɛyɛ a
uh,
nsuo no bɛwɔ different levels ɛfiri aseɛ na ba bɛsi soro ansa na wakata so.
sure
Okay.
but
Okay.
nsuo no very less ɛyin sɛ bi
Yeah.
nsuo
Kakra bi
bebree ka
nti I
very
think
very
sɛ
less
sɛ wobɛnya paa deɛ a anka woyɛ wahyɛ nsuo no na anka wode agu te sɛ spraying machine wobɛnya machine bi a pumping machine a saa deɛ yɛ pɔmpe manual one no na nka wode gu so a na waspray agu so na wayɛ another one na waspray another level anaa sɛ because ebi wɔ hɔ a wohu sɛ obi wɔ hɔ a ne nsa no mu dɔ woka sɛ ɔmfa ne nsa mbɔ ngu so a ɔno ne nsa no one yɛ ɛyi nkwanta baako nti wanhwɛ a na nsuo no antumi ampete evenly nti
okay and
okay.
nso betumi ayɛ possible ɛna one reason why so yɛde nsuo egu so nso sɛ during that stage no it is somehow dust ɔn adeɛ mu
Right, right.
ɛyɛ dusty kakra
Yeah,
sɛ wode nsuo egu so etumi reduce wei no
that's no okay,
dust content no
okay.
ɛma
na
ne yɛ kama
mepakyɛ me bɔ mebusa mu mmienu mo moaka molasses ya na yɛ na yɛnnim hwee no molasses no so ɛne deɛ na yɛmfa ne ɛbɛnya bi atɔ
Molasses yɛ ahwedeɛ sɛ de ahwedeɛ ɛyɛ asikyire a aseɛ no asikyire n'ase no
Mm,
nti ɛte sɛ ɛwoɔ bɛn no n'anim ani yɛ tuntum
mm,
ɛyɛ dark nti wokɔ various places a wɔyɛ local people no koraa na wɔyɛ asikyire ne adeɛ no a wobɛtumi anya bi
mm.
atɔ nti sɛ wowɔ te sɛ other way a te sɛ Amazon ne way a ɔmotɔn ɔmowɔ no different ebi yɛ highly concentrated a ɛyɛ very thick te sɛ ɛwoɔ a wotɔ a wo dilute a wobɛnya bebree nti
Okay, mate.
molasses ne yɛ ɛnɛ te sɛ ɛwoɔ mede picture bɛto SOS no wahu sɛdeɛ ɛteɛ.
Mepakyɛ yɛ
ɛna
that's it.
okay ɛna molasses nso ɛno ana yɛde yɛ brown sugar
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
ɛna yɛde yɛ brown sugar hmm. ɛnti no
Minim obi a ɔno wanya molasses na ɔtɔ brown sugar no wayɛ wa dissolve na ɔde apete
the
so.
good show. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
nti after sɛ wayɛ bibi awie no afei na wakɔba so very tight for some time then we say make am for some time nti you need particular time if your because are then are you ready, but the best time open are then are you ready in flavor I need the best time also be are then are you ready in flavor say are you ready while won't say none the sense no come upon why careful cry and ja anybody say why careful nobody kakra a very sweet aroma pa the best after say when ya sa fermented with no na or powdered maize or powdered uh, soya bean or powdered beans no na at least what's like a afra na one mix it one no one mix it trust me a very nutritious very nutritious and I just say banchi huni ya after say ye the first shell oh and no I just say ye the first shell no the second shell no na ya chop it oh the second shell no na ya chop it say you chop it say banchi huni ngasa no we will first dry it after drying we say ababa here in a solid state yes in a solid state like a very hard and so we can also ferment it in the same way now at least abemre kakra it's abemre kakra and also able to use for your livestock and also idea in fact feed for goats important here for animals the rare parties they even tells us the food they like and what be a change on our pay
Me ba chobe ba. Jina soma
okay
na yawo brother Naziru ho. Anuanom na etiefo busuafo. Me de link na say to bio. And then general question, my papa Mr. Francis, Mr. Francis in Casambre. Mommy for questions any answer nemra. Contribution accepted. Na enye yes na yes onuanda bia no kasa saa ofadu ewo chire ozo so ta chire enye so wo chire ono wo panel no wo kasa ntimisire mo wo question na say wo contribution bia na ene de line da ho for everything yes set bro Oriana zero me mo akwa ba boga okay ebia no wo jumem tino no problem meja mo amakasa oni ofadu Mr. Francis, you to us. We name of a do to us. I say, I'm say, Oniana zero, why kakra, I be kakra.
okay me ene wine for cry
Kafra.
Now can adding value no say yeah the other ingredients no dry um cassava anyway in a befra
uh-huh
aduane.
and you know the same processor you to me at the ferment the stocks of the wino
Okay, brother Isa say, you bet me the nchine, se uni molasses here. Also the contribution, no.
I and chin additive
Okay.
additive and also you the and put the add after fermentation be I say what the bema and bona also and chin purposely for preservation
Mm-hmm.
but and chin for what this stage you know
Mm-hmm.
you here for
A mineral
additive yes
supplement.
very good additive just to give it taste
Made the molasses not to SOS or yeah made the liquid no any dry molasses no ato ho inti
Okay.
obi betimi
Mo
and to
SOS.
understand it yeah.
Mo de mo be huni
just
that. One
to
ni SOS so platform so no. And molasses no ne powder form ni and liquid form no so it is say wo pepper per se no music no okay
It's not be aba so and yeah.
Oh, boy, why are they that say? Boss Bernard,
Papa,
akuntambacho mwakwaba.
yenyo mejimuso.
Yeah. Boko
Eja
there.
me kasa fu nyamia do me kasa fu Italy. Mi follow mo pa, mi follow
Hey,
mo.
assemble by the be.
Mamma mia.
Asemba de mama. Oh yeah. Mm.
Itri, but itri for sir.
Oh, como?
Ɛyɛ mɛbɔ abusua ɛyɛ owia ɛyɛ nyafe na yɛbɛbɔ amani yɛbɛwie na yɛ abu aka yɛ sim italiafoɔ mama miafoɔ ɔmo ahyia
Akwaba.
Yeah, yeah,
Eh,
yeah, yeah,
akwaba.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mo boy mo
yebedi yɛbɛdi nkɔmmɔ nti wodeɛ woaba
pa.
yɛbɛdi nkɔmmɔ na ɔfadu ama wasɔpo yɛ kɛnyɛ saka okay wode yɛbɛdi nkɔmmɔ bate yɛtie o mpakyɛ wo kafra
Oh, wait there. Mebo mabaso de edi kan.
that's
Mo boy mo pa na mo che yin kuna nso obi se me tai follow mo. Me tai hwe mo videos no obi da ko ene antitili you follow me pa but unfortunately afei na yo feel to nyoma se afei ne penny bia. Men kan say ye penny bia. We bet me na ko bia baby bi ofi. Nti yo dia ko kwa ni nti mo a modi kan no na baby ya no follow mo pa. I think that this is the first time I baso, but
hey
mpese mo buma baso. Mpese mo buma baso. Mita itie mo die, but isi amenya akonya ne mabuma baso pa edwuma di amoye no. Any impact yenam enam owura obeda akoso na mo nso mo to aso edi dwuma no. Ya de ehye nkran pa. Sɛ ɛdan ya akwantu mu ha de enya ha ne betina akɔ pension nti no.
boga sika na wode yɛ container no fabra ne yɛmfa nkɔ yɛ mboa ma
Oh, nka mbebisa koraa sɛ akonnwa bɛn na mobɛtumi afa so. Obi pɛ sɛ ɔyɛ a, nti no.
maame nya ma ɔfadu no wode busa ɔfadu wɔ hɔ Israel boga wɔ hɔ
Okay, wonu sɛ yɛyɛ a yɛwɔ akwantuom no yɛ problem baako ne sɛ me for example say menhyɛ dan ni nipa titiriw bi a mɛka sɛ mɛyɛ dɛn mɛtumi akɔsini so ɔma no bibia ma me
okay
meba ha makyɛ kakra nti no menhyɛ dan ni contact bebree saa nti mebɛhu mu no m'ani agye nti metry biara sɛ mɛfollow mu na menya mmoa biara a ɛbɛtumi ayɛ dɛn ahyɛ me nkura ma mɛtumi abidi na aboa stage nyinaa ne ɔmo Ghana nti no sɛ mmoa bi wɔ hɔ a na bi wɔ hɔ a
kyerɛ me anim asɛm kaeɛ ɔsɛ ɛgya du wasom a
ɔpɛni yɛma wakɔ aba yɛbɛda wase ɛm sɛ deɛ ɛteɛ ne sɛ yɛwie program no a ɛm sɛ Charles ɛde menim sɛ wowɔ Charles number a sɛ wonni a ɔde bɛto ebi ɔde bɛto chat nom anaasɛ wei na wo ne ne ni nkɔmmɔ na afei yɛnhu baabi a wopɛ sɛ wokɔ deɛ wopɛ sɛ woyɛ no ɔbɛ link wo up ɛm sɛ ɔde ne email ato
perfect
chat nom nti wobɛtumi asɛnde ne email quickly na woanya ne contact na afei moadi nkɔmmɔ wɔ akyiri na aba bi a wopɛ sɛ wokɔ no ne yɛahwɛ mmoa bi a nso yɛbɛtumi de aboa sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a
What's happening?
wonka akwantu nso wobɛkɔ fie ɛnu sɛ wonkɔ fie no na biribi nso ɛwɔ w'akyi a wokɔ a w'ani ɛntu ntɔ wo nsɛm nti ɛno a ne community no a yɛwɔ mu no sɛ yɛboaboa yɛn ho yɛhwɛ sɛ obiara investment bi a ɔbɛyɛ no nso no ɛnkɔ na ɛnkɔyɛ kwa ɛnkɔyɛ ka because aburokyire berɛ no ɛnyɛ bɛtɛɛ nti no yɛtrae sɛ yɛbɛhwɛ sɛ obiara nso kakra a wobɛyɛ no mfasoɔ bɛfiri mu aba nti yɛma wakɔ aba na yɛda wase nso sɛ agya yɛdede a yɛyɛ yi anyɛ waso mu gyegyeegye na
Dabi,
wambɔ antra na wabɛka abusua no ho yɛma wakɔ aba yɛbɛda
yo,
wase nti pakyɛw Charles
ɛsɛ da
yɛda
mano
ase.
ase. Ɛsɛ da mano ase paa.
Ejedu,
Miso.
piao, more piafo. Obedi, ena meka no first no na yɛtutu sika gu fi sɛ na yɛpɛ sɛ yɛyɛ nneɛma wɔ fie ma no yɛ yie. But na yɛnim sɛ de nneɛma nsi teɛ. Oh. Na adeɛ baako a na ɛyɛ sɛ ɛbaa sɛ yɛbɛtwa sɛ wei na aba so nti bra sika bra menyɛ bi. Ɛsan sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ fie nso so yɛ yie nti ne yɛde sika kɔ. Ne yɛde container kɔ. Ɛnɛ no wɔm nyinaa no mesɛ ɔbɛnya me ate nneɛma bi ase nti no ɛno nti ne yɛte a yɛde yɛdi nkɔmmɔ nti no sesei no agya wasom a yɛnsɛ mpa yɛ nti no ewie a wode ɔtɛse me email no a na mede me number no ama wo na afei yɛdi nkɔmmɔ agya mene obiara nyinaa yɛ fie ne fie saa yɛ fie ne fie me ɔbɛɛga mɔ nti no
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Wow. Na o bibi foro bi so bu san so dia on say yekrom no ene yesi livestock bibi a pese busa bia busa nyame adam a Friday ye de beba en no baye so crops no so nti no o bibi for livestock no a apart from that no say o bibi a ye bia so to busa.
Yeah. Last time me follow one of the videos. Na mo kasafa livestock no sa na man for ma experiences ne kwan mo fa so ye no.
Yeah.
Kwan ya was any quantity be no you rely on enfan say a slim phone and say omo a type of form on your from simple
Fulani
full any phone yeah.
yes,
Na more discuss about that into me follow it. But no person who say is it one of the business wobɛtumi ayɛ from afar sɛ bi a mewɔ ha no musu sɛ ɛyɛ something a wobɛtumi awɔ ha na wode ahyɛ obi nsa
Overdo
is it advisable
Business ne yɛ no sɛdeɛ yɛka no sɛ yɛade a yɛwɔ interest a first thing a wobɛhia yɛ information na wahwɛ locality na wokɔ akɔyɛ no ɛhɔ nso wahwɛ hɔ mmra menim sɛ wo follow Fred story na sɛ wokɔyɛn mmoa wɔ baabi na bi a community no ngye mmoa no ntom na wakɔtɔ asase wobɛtɔ asase no bɛyɛ structure no bɛwie no ada a wode mmoa no bɛba no saa da naa no na ɔhene ne napamfo abɛka kyerɛ sɛ aha yɛnyɛ mmoa wei wɔ ha wabɔ ka nti sometimes the information yɛ number one sɛ wowɔ akwantuom na woyɛ biribi wɔ fie a yɛntumi nka sɛ tu firi ha kɔ fie ansa na wahyɛ aseɛ but the point is say how many times na wobɛtumi akɔ fie ɛwɔ sɛ wo 90 me yɛntiantia kakra because a long term investment ɛyɛ capital intensive na wotumi kɔ hu baabi a waadeɛ no wɔ sɛ woda ha koraa na sɛ obi ka sɛ wapɔnkye ahwiri fence a wotumi bisa no ɛyɛ he fa ɔso onyina na ɛsi benkum hɔ no wowɔ mental picture of where your asset is ɛno yɛ number one important thing a yɛde ma obi a ɔwɔ akwantuom ɛmfa ho sɛ ɛyɛ woba pani ɛna ɛyɛ you have to have a clear understanding of what is going on na wayɛ wo research kakra on adeɛ no a wokɔyɛ no the do's and the don'ts profit margin aduane a mmoa no ɛdi aduane ne yareɛ ne saa nneɛma ɛwɔ sɛ wohu nneɛma bi wɔ ho in the process ɛno nti na sɛ wotie Mr. Manu a da bi ɔka sɛ wopɛ sɛ woyɛn te sɛ mpɔnkye a wobɛtumi de apɔnkye mmienu anaa mmiɛnsa ahyɛ aseɛ na wode steady sɛdeɛ mpɔnkye behave sɛdeɛ ɔmo yɛ ɔmo bɛwo na ɔmo ase trɛ na wohwɛ within a short time no wowɔ idea Mr. Manu wɔ America ɔwɔ farm wɔ Ghana but ɔne yɛ kasa a onim sɛdeɛ ne mmoa no teɛ because ɔka ho bi na ɔmo bobɔ cage no ɔka ho bi na ɔmo de mmoa no gu mu ɔkɔ a onim sɛdeɛ vaccinate ɔno tumi tena ha ɛkyerɛ ɔmo sɛ paneɛ no momfa nwɔ ne ha monyɛ ne sei because ɔwɔ so much information nti ɛyɛ ade a wobɛtumi ayɛ ba ne nyinaa yɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɛno bɛyɛ te sɛ wo part time work whilst wowɔ abrochire no wo nso wo ha but wo yɛ wo research wo yɛ wo nneɛma a wobɛtumi de abake wo workers no because sometimes obi yɛ adwuma ma wo wafa worker na worker ne nim sɛ wonnim adwuma no ho hwee a adwuma no ɛkɔ bɔne a wokura wonhu but sɛ wo ne ne di nkɔmmɔ na onim sɛ watɔ kaa ma no onim sɛ wo no tanka no a ɔretwi no wotwi tanka no double ɛwɔ baabi a wowɔ wo ne ne di tanka ho nkɔmmɔ a wo ne ne di nkɔmmɔ te sɛ obi a wo no watwi ne bɛyɛ 30 years nso ebi kura wonim driving by your information ni data na wowɔ no aha nti adwuma bi ani hɔ a wontumi nyɛ ɛwɔ fie whilst a wowɔ akwantu wobɛtumi ba ne nyinaa yɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɛbɛyɛ part of you sɛ madwuma ni me daakye a mehyehyɛ ni nti wobɛtumi atwa w'adwuma no ho ticket sɛ afe biara no mɛkɔ fie once ebia June mu na memmoa no ɛbɛwo mepɛ sɛ mewɔ hɔ ansa na ɔma wo yɛakorɔ sɛ ebi ampɔnkye bɛyɛ 20 ɔmo nyinaa bɛwo June July nti by June ending no na mewɔ hɔ nti yɛnkɔ ankɔsi July ending na mmoa no ɛbɛwo no at least makɔ experience sɛ deɛ mmoa no wo my experience sɛ deɛ tete nkwalaa no ɛne saa nneɛma nti you are involved nti worker no ne wo di nkɔmmɔ a wonim oh nanafoɔ hɔ dua no tokuro bi na ɛwɔ hɔ na yɛka sɛ yɛtua tokuro no akɔsi sɛn those are things a ɛbɛma wo nso no wowɔ ha a w'ani gye ɛna nnɛ no one thing ɛyɛ sɛ wosɛte adwuma wɔ fie a WhatsApp wɔ hɔ video calls wɔ hɔ CCTV cameras wɔ hɔ yɛwɔ tracking devices ne adeɛ wɔ hɔ so wɔho nti once in a while no wotɔ data ma wo worker watɔ phone bi ama na wotumi yɛ video call ɛnyɛ sɛ wokita Apple phone na worker kita yam phone untimi ne WhatsApp koraa no oni data wɔn nti ɛsɛ wode incentives bi gu akwan mu a ebetumi ama wowɔ ha deɛ but w'ani nso wɔ w'akyi ɛboa ma w'adwuma no kɔ so nti main discourage you sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ wowɔ fie ansa na wayɛ wobɛtumi ahyɛ aseɛ kakra na wode steady nti wafei wohu sɛ market no ɛyɛ very good na adeɛ no ekɔ n'anim a ɛno no w'adwuma koraa no over time koraa bɛtwa agu na waka kyerɛ m sɛ esi no every year leave na mengye na mapaake agu hɔ no megye me leave ebia 1 month 2 months mpɛ sɛ mekɔtena fie 6 months na mekɔ manage because wonim sɛ wokɔ fie a within 6 months no wonhia paycheck bi ade a survive wowɔ mpɔnkye bɛyɛ 300 a within 6 months wobɛtumi atɔn na ade a maintain a live wo life nti ɛno ne nneɛma a mɛka sɛ ɛnyɛ discouraging ɛyɛ very encouraging Ghana no sɛdeɛ Mr. Obin ka da biara no sika wɔ fam sɛ wopɛ sɛ woyɛ wo ho fi deɛ a sika no ɛwɔ efi no mu wobɛtumi ayɛ ama na yɛ yie meda ase.
Thank you very much.
Akonta imbacho why okay there?
Oh, my okay pa.
Nyamiase.
Wakonta wa mana nyɛ okay a ne ɔbɛgye ne nuaba. Mebacho Francis wɔ hɔ.
Okonum tea on so yɛ tea wɔ kyerɛ. Me so me de so ɛne yɛ moringa.
Ayo.
Okay,
Francis.
Yes, sir.
But your question be what we need to say obi bisa say in absence of molasses obetumi use urea fertilizer e dey preserve aduane na.
Okay, Sanya.
Okay.
Sanya. Okay, to me, Nadia, urea fertilizer, Nadia, mean try be that. But if sir, but the banner, if so, but to me, I judge on the link now, to me, I bet you one can so you never jepa nanka. Because urea, Nadia, mean try be that very good. Maxi, but mean try be that. I say, and I me fourth time I meet way, but mean try be that. And so if so, wouldn't send you see and wouldn't send you see a feel free to share now. Yes,
I me kakra meka ni say I don't think
Wama Ama Yinaba, just as the molasses, you can use the common urea fertilizer and brother, me pracho bra. Na yemfa nko yedie mame. Why, Mr. Say on fere why? Bra. Say wo dwuma mo so die to wase.
But so of our cry, ebia obetumi eyusu no normal
Oh,
on
you see
show the
camera.
page.
Camera. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, ti bro, yehu se wa traba, but anti tiri pesenka o bana be chechire na ke bi o question bi so person busa wa na ko busa direct. Me da se.
And
Of do me
but
mon kafra.
most of the I say and no network we know.
Oh, me so do me say o boy. Na brother Nazir mbacho wo ho. Hu se ya na o ti yi wo bana o sa ko.
Peteru,
Yes, sir.
what do whenever I quit one
Nkɔfoɔ bi atia me line no kɔn so.
I one of wo ya un.
Sɛ nipa nkyɛ. Nipa nkyɛ.
Mr. SOS.
Sɛ ɛtɔ da bi a wotu adubɔne a na ebi aka wa no. Nti saa na ayɛ.
Eka.
Mr.
Na
Nazir.
Okay.
I'm
Me
sɛ
bacho
obi pɛ sɛ ɔkasa. Yeah.
Mr. Nazir no. Boga.
Mr. SOS.
Boga
Yes, sir.
mbacho ya.
Netanyahu vice president was who?
Ayɛ dɛ gyaa.
Hey, of Edu Nichiao, mi boss
Hey,
no.
director.
Michia. You say me bear report because Marty say $1 billion contract be, but and you say me
The
report.
one year wild, no one report to I be
Hey,
careful.
they say you have to show face.
Kwaba.
Hey, Francis, me person me be say question be about poultry.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. The person me be saying between layers ni broilers no. Like which one says sky mupa and which one say ubaya, is more profitable. The question.
Okay. Well, quite
Why
simple.
are there? Why are
A
there?
demand
Nyamisho.
a demand is so a very brilliant question for I would say for the difference between layers and balance here long term business and uh, layers here medium term business.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, balance here short term business and layers here medium term business. On your short term business, medium term business, and long term business. And balance here short term business. Ebia balance the watch 2 months. Also we for because what that Bella by 6 weeks and we say a year ready for market. I answer Wabaka because they will control it worker. And therefore Bella we mostly read them short time before occasions, or we mostly read them for occasions or for special orders, ready market. But the general way here for occasions, but for layers there, medium term distance, we've read them for long. Read them for long.
Uh-huh.
And uh, for broilers also, we are just rearing them for their meat consumption. But
Uh-huh.
layers here for eggs purposely and meat, which is there also one minor reason because him say layers
Enya
there
mine no,
for eggs.
masa. Enya mine no. The
Layers for
broiler is
eggs.
short term. The layer is medium to long term because
Yes.
medium ni yenkosia no, and a meat the layer meat na a long term end goal no.
Since because a long-term business lasts more than 10 years, more than 5 to 10, when you are more than 10 years. But poultry bears aim to me last for sir. Aim to me last for more than 10 years. and then you fix it medium term. Cinnamon, what else you are?
Matthias, and this is here, so be bow, maybe the person is confused, right? What will advise you so catch your point A or be invest you or who advise be no be man between the two. The person is relying on your experience. Who per unu advise be no be man who be catch you say one course here now. Which one will you like direct the person?
Okay. The advice I made everyone say, no, advice from both sides. Now, on one, now on one, it was about what on one shop or failure. Okay,
Me say one understand me because me see the person is confused. The person is relying
Okay.
on you.
Yeah, okay. This is to clear the confusion, no. To clear the confusion, no, number one, nipa no ne capital kita no.
Uh-huh.
Nipa no
Yeah.
location a opeso site poultry no. And a nipa no target market
Mm-hmm.
availability. Because obi wo hɔ a obɛka kyerɛ no sɛ ɔnkɔyɛ broilers. But broiler na ɔkɔ akɔyɛ no. Saa time no person start broiler and there is no occasion coming. Oni
Yeah.
target group bia ɔno ankasa oni freezer a obekum nkokɔ no koraa na ɔmo yɛ ready ɔde ɔmo ahyɛm. So ɔho nti wo ka kyerɛ no sɛ ɔnkɔyɛ broiler because broiler no na ɛyɛ cost effective and na ɛyɛ cheaper. One man a good advice but for a wrong purpose.
Yeah.
Nti ɔbɛkɔ akɔyɛ ebedu 2 months na nkokɔ na yɛ ready no. Na afei ɔpɛ market no onya market. But ɛno no saa na ɔno no only market no only bibia no the best advice will be say okay sɛ wowɔ sika a wobɛtumi sustain layers a ɛne ɛkɔ layers because nkosua no deɛ ɛbɛtake bi a 6 months ansa na nkokɔ no start ato nti
Mm-hmm.
ɛbɛdu hɔ no na wayɛ wo research nyinaa wapɛ wo market ne biribia agu hɔ ansa na wakɔ akɔyɛ wei nti ne nyinaa nti na ɔka sɛ ɔbɛma wo advice on both na wo wahwɛ which one to choose from because layers no sika bɛkɔm more ansa na wahu nkosua first one nkosua no hyɛ ase a nkosua no ɛba no yɛ nketewa ɛnyɛ te sɛ deɛ yɛtɔ na kɛseɛ wɔ market no nti it will take some time ansa na nkosua no apeke the big marketable shape na ɛbɛma wo sika no saa time ni bia no sika kɔm ɛna nkokɔ no bɛdidi until sɛ wobɛyi nkokɔ no afiri hɔ but broilers no sɛdeɛ ɔka no ɛyɛ 8 weeks but 8 weeks no ɛwɔ sɛ wowɔ targeted market ebi a baabi a wowɔ no wɔ market center bi a bronya ɛba a wɔtɔ nkokɔ paa ebi a wobɛn mining company wo ne mining company adi nkɔmmɔ ɔmotɔ nkokɔ de ma ɔmo workers nti wopɛ sɛ wo supply ɔmo nkokɔ no ebi a sala ɛɛba wopɛ sɛ woyɛ na wotɔn ma maame bi a ɔno ɔyɛ cold store ɔtɔn ma salafoɔ all these things has to be in part of the explanation na yɛde bɛma wo no then you decide based on your capital the market availability ɛne wo preference a wobɛ prefer ɛno nti na Francis ka sɛ ɔbɛma wo two ne nyinaa no na ɛbɛboa ma clear wo confusion no because wohu numbers no na wohu explanation yɛ a yɛde ama wo no a then it will help you to make an informed decision meda ase menim sɛ ma clear doubt
Okay,
no deɛ
boss.
anaa
Why did
still
you
a
answer
confusion no wɔ hɔ
question?
Francis sɛ bi wɔ hɔ a fa ka ho na question foforɔ wɔ
I,
a na yɛnkɔ
I, I, and I
Netanyahu,
don't
vice president.
know. But I can say, meant to me any side, but say, who for some say, many decided they are based on data you woman so made to me abo my way to decided. If you are based on particular months I woman so made to me abo my it decided. If say if you are say you were close to Christmas and then maybe to me
Christmas, yeah.
I can say it decide there yanko realize only if we have ready markets. Yes, only if say our ready market. Make me and I don't know at least acha 2 months 2 weeks. Now when you're sicker, now maybe I would do maybe over for over fun. I will call. But It's open, that is kind long term so layers so they will say, I'm to me. From first day, I'm better. I'm to out to 250 to 270 eggs answer. I spent layers. Until just imagine after that, why I spent so for what me at home. We know the general things, two things. Bibia, profitable based on ya open. Aha, and you know, send it here.
Shalom,
Um,
shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom,
Tadanada.
shalom.
Tadanada. Uh, Adeɛ
Auntie
kakra
Abba,
nti na meyɛ no. Nti Brother Nazir so pacha wabi boa me boa.
Yeah. Obey to
Okay.
mama,
Yeah.
me
Me
that's.
da say. Mr. Isaac, Mr. Onyabotre mame ye beba wo so. Opani Ferris mpacho Onyabotre mame ye beba wo so. Na ye hwɛ Brother Bernard ye kyerɛ kwan. Ɛna Brother Bernard atimi aba nti Mr. Moda moma ye man en conclude saa na yi no. Deɛ ɔde baeɛ no na antetiri ɛpɛ sɛ ɔtie no antetiri nso so ɔnaayɛ sɛ ɔno nso so ntimi ntie nti brother Bernard mepakyɛw akɔ aba nyame nhyira nso sɛ wɔtie wɔnya mmara ma yɛ
Yeja, Pacho Mijumoso,
gye sɛ biebia
Pacho,
bɔkɔɔ
Pacho Nyaminadum, Pacho Nawose.
nyame no adom oye
And
Madam
then,
experience.
yes. Hey, Brother Francis, so you
Brother
have
Bernard,
finally brought me. Wow.
na
Pacho,
ɛnti
Kasani de, me ye pa, but me ye fluent in it. And this I'm Bema Makoinja Nanka.
wot
Ma speak
kasa sɛ
English
ɔsi pɛ ne
na.
bia why ka
Pacho you,
ɛkwanya dɛm
Mati, that's it. So I'll first, like to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you for this platform and the team. I've always been saying this to only Francis privately, but today I want to say it to all of you that you are really doing a good job. And I pray that this will not stop here, it will go far to eternity. God bless
amen
you all for this initiative. It's a greater opportunity to address the audience, especially we Ghanaians here, and God will take you far. Thank you very much. So with the urea treatment, Brother Francis has said a lot about that, but just an alternative to the molasses, because when you look at our ruminants, they like salt, and salt is a major nutrient in their feed, one of the ingredients. So we even have what we call a salt lake, and it is common to those who are into the ruminant production. So what is the major composition of urea? It's also salt. So in the absence of the molasses, you can get your urea, which is the common single fat that we use to apply on our crops. And this is to the straws or the husks, especially that of maize. So after the harvest, you can gather it to the required or any available quantity. Then you chop it as the process has been said earlier with the others alternative that you mentioned, the molasses. Then the process is just similar to silage processing. You need an abiotic environment. Baby amframa enkomu anaerobic, sorry. Baby amframa enkomu. So a very good concrete pit. So when you get a very good concrete pit, you can seal it with a rubber. You seal it with rubber nicely. Then you chop your straws and you put them, you pack them very nicely. Then you dilute your urea, like 1 kg of urea, you can dilute it in a 10-liter container that can hold water, about 10 liters. You dilute the urea, then the quantity about 20 a kilogram of your straw, which you have packed into the pit. Then you spread it or you spill it on the straw. Then after that, you cover it nicely for about 2 weeks, precisely 2 weeks. Within these 2 weeks, the fermentation will take place, and the urea content will be fused into the straw. And why are you doing this? You are just doing this to make the feed palatable for your animals to also take it, because in their dry form, it may not be best for them. They will not take it. But if you add value, just as Brother Francis said, that anything that you are introducing to your animals, you need to, add value into it so that they can take it faster and in more quantity. So, to the person who asks what is urea treatment, please, I hope I have answered your question.
Mame Tiri. Mame. Auntie Tiri Bachoho. Okay. Brother Bernard. I
So,
think
Mr. Charles, please,
uh-huh.
this is my little contribution to that question.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you very much.
You're welcome.
No, wait. I have a question to ask on the urine.
All
Madam
right.
Bernard. Okay,
Yes.
you see, we are all learning, so please let's take note of this. Also, we all know that urine is inorganic fertilizer.
Yes,
So don't
please.
you think it can cause harm to uh, the livestock? Because we know that we know chemicals mostly cause harm to livestock and human beings. So don't you think it cause harm to the animals? That's the first question. And the second question is, we all know that what we all know that what animals eat, or what we the human beings eat to survive, animals can also eat to survive. So if the animals can eat the fermented food with the urea, when same to we human beings, we can also use it in some of our diets.
All right. Animals eat what we eat, but with their nature, you can't chew grass as animals chew grasses.
Okay.
But Francis, so although animals eat what we eat, but don't forget that when it comes to ruminants, we are talking of animals that have a four compartment, which human being you don't have it. So
Okay.
if we were to be monogastric, then I would say yes, but we are talking about ruminant. Just as human beings also consume, they apply the fat, the inorganic, onto our crops and other plants that we consume. It also has effect. And what brings the effect? When it is overuse or too much of it. So as we can minimize it and it will not affect our health, so as we can also do to the animals. But if you use it too much, it
Okay.
may
Okay.
likely
I'm
affect them.
coming. So you make mention of, say, the main reason we mostly use the urea is the salt content. If so, can we use urea to preserve our fish? Because it's also salt content. Can we use this to preserve our fish?
Sorry, I can't tell you what I don't know about. For that one day, I don't know. I don't have any idea about that.
Okay. 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 Thank
But
you.
there is one thing. There is one thing. Urea, which has a high smell of ammonia.
Sure.
The smell is offensive to us. You will not take it. That's why I started that the nature of the animal is not that of the human being. But when it comes to feeding, we can relate the mono to human beings, like the pig. The stomach of the pig is that of just like man. That is why they are able to eat what we consume. But when it comes to the animals, they are not like that. I mean, the other
Ruminant.
the ruminant. Thank you. They are not like the monogastric, which is the pig and the poultry. So for that one, it is their nature, and they are able to utilize it. But you, human being, you cannot. That is why we also have our diet. We have our feeding nature and level, and they also have theirs. So I don't know what you still need. Please,
Okay,
am I on
last
track?
question. Yes, you are on track. Last question.
All right, thank you,
But
bro. Thank you.
Bernard, as we all know, you are a great graduate. So I want to ask this question.
All right.
Uh, you in your presentation, you made mention of 2 weeks. You made mention of two weeks. If we ferment it more than 2 weeks, will it be acidic? Or if we do it less than 2 weeks, will it be acidic?
Okay, in the presentation, I gave some parameters. I don't
Yes.
know if you get it. I said with a required quantity, with a required quantity. So
Okay.
when you pick the 1 kg of the urea and you dilute it, which can be diluted in a 10-liter container, you'll be able to use, sorry, me or answer my phrase. So
No, but
you
you
can't
can
hear
say,
me.
you can go, you can
All
talk.
right, thank you. You'll be able to use it to apply to 16 to about 20 kg of the straw that you have gathered from the field. And why do we dilute? Because if you didn't dilute it, urea is not a liquid fertilizer. It is not liquid. But when you dilute it, you are reducing the high concentration content in it. So it will be less harmful.
Okay,
Please, am I on track?
Mr. Bernard.
Brother Francis, you are all right, thank you.
All
Sir
right, sir.
Charles, please come in.
Oh, okay. As you can see, there's a question for you. To the urea question, can common salt be used to replace the urea?
Of course, yes. Mr. Jackson and Francis mentioned that. The reason I brought it is just a contribution, but I didn't know that it would drag us this long because I know this is a very practical platform. You don't just come and say what you don't know.
No, no, don't
So,
worry.
uh,
Don't worry. Don't worry. This is questions and answers.
so
Yeah,
all
we are
right,
not
sir.
trying.
All
We are
right.
not trying to drag you into any
Oh, no, 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 no.
extensive
Oh, I'm
thing.
just
But
making fun with
um,
Francis is
I
my
think
mate.
to add to what you're saying, I think with the urea, when the urea is diluted, the process of fermentation also takes away some of the toxins when it breaks more down and makes it much more consumable because in the process of fermentation a lot of chemical processes go on, and so when by the time the process is ended, most of the toxins have already been processed and have already been worked on by the heat that is produced from the heap of the fermentation process. So that is why I know urea is part of the fermentation process when you're doing mushroom production. And so, if Francis is asking if we can use it for our food, yes. When you do oyster mushroom, urea is part of it in the fermentation of the compost. So, urea is already being consumed by human. When you put it under the plant absorb it, we eat it, the residue is there. So, um, the fact that we cannot put it in the raw food and ferment our food the way we ferment that of animals, I think it is the same way. The processes helps the chemical composition to break down and make it user friendly and consumable. That's the little I can add. Thank you. Francis, no more
Wow.
questions from you.
Thank you, sir. That is a very powerful one. It's just a reminder. Of course, you are there. Very powerful. Like somebody is projecting fire, fire. You have summarized everything for us. Yes,
I know.
that is it. That is it. Because when in the process of heat, just as he said, those toxins will be healed, and then they will disappear.
Yeah, yeah, sure,
So,
sure.
what was I saying before? Sir, please, I don't know your name before that boss came
Uh,
in.
um, My
Ejedu. Call him Ejedu.
Okay, Brother Francis.
Yeah.
What be some equations? Me say me baby be some equations.
uh-huh. Oh, you are.
I had it.
I had the job. And there's a question
All
and
right.
answers. In the end, questions,
Please,
uh-huh.
please, Brother Francis, I want you to bring the question on board that you sent to me so that we'll both deliberate on it here. Do you remember the question?
I have sent
Like,
more than one
expect,
questions.
come again.
I have sent you more than one questions.
All right. Okay. Then one of the questions, like somebody going into piggery for 1 year and the estimation of how many piglets or pigs will that person have in the year? Or have you tackled that question before I come in or what?
No, not
No,
yet.
Okay. Then
we've
you
not.
can bring it.
We've
You
not.
can bring it on board.
You can
Our
help us.
bosses are here, so
Once
they
you
will
have
help
once you
us.
have raised the question, then go ahead.
Oh no. Please can you give the question to Mr. Jackson to project it on the screen?
Okay.
Mr. Charles.
Yes, boss.
Sorry, Mr.
In fact,
Charles.
the one talking is also a good breed of agri graduate, a good breed.
And
So the question is asking,
uh-huh.
like on him that he already knows. So
Is
Mr. Bernard, just see, oh come on, Bernard.
no,
I know
no,
you
no, no,
now.
no, no, no. Pachamiba,
Once
Pachamiba. Share
you
screen and say anti AC actually ADB. Or can first one was say I want to ask we oh
I want to ask him
we
question too. Okay.
and I know so can we say Odinka can we oh I know what we buy. Enti tema brother Bernard can say obusa question no one anti AC eh intention or the we buy.
okay.
Auntie,
Um
matter. Auntie, matter.
okay. Captain Francis.
Yeah.
Time I know one their friend Captain Francis, so that he's known to us as Captain.
Today the
So I always call him
examiner is going
Captain,
to be examined. The question has
Captain
been asked.
Francis.
Francis, go ahead and
Okay.
answer the question.
Brother Francis,
Yeah.
Ayeka.
the
Ayeka.
question here is you have a 10 soul piggery unit with 2 boas or males. Then each each of them farrowed 10 piglets. Question where Missy for question, but what person mean I mean this question where I may not be
With the
able to ask
problem.
this question well.
Mbacho
Problem.
koso yiti why? I
Okay,
mathematician for Mr. Move papa and be panic question.
okay, okay. But sorry, me person me your question is simple. Number is me say question. Obisa me say so 10 souls.
So no
In the
ye
Greek,
brekoma
praco ma or
or my way
10
the show
souls.
me.
Yes,
Okay.
but the question obisa me say omo ye 10
Mhm.
ɛna ɔmo nyinaa ɛfa nyɛnsɛn.
Mhm.
So in a year, no, how many pigs would that farmer get within the year? Brother Francis, was that the question?
Yes. But
All
my
right,
question
thank
was
you.
five sounds.
Okay, it was 5. And all the 5
A
are,
5 or a 10 yo, it is same
yes,
yina.
it's the same. So 5 or 10. Ɔmo nyinaa ɛfa nyɛnsɛn. So in a year, how many pigs will you get in that farm? He asked me that question.
What is the mortality rate you are giving me?
Okay, I give you 5 with good management. 5% mortality rate is okay.
Okay. How many sounds are you concluding? 5 or 10?
Let's use 10.
Okay, 10. You can guess 235 piglets in a year.
235 piglets.
Me
Yes.
sorry,
I
I
didn't
why?
bring.
Manko,
I
and how about me?
didn't, I didn't bring. I didn't bring piglets. I said pigs.
Yeah, so you can get
All right.
235 pigs.
Okay. So can you
235 to
explain?
240 pigs.
Yes. Thank you. Can you explain how you come about the answer?
How
Me
again?
pacho me bo. And you know, sa we no mo ye no. It is yes, say agro bi na ye ye but my dwen ko si ade bi so because do bia na ye pese ye calculate business ye pese kurem. Ye pese ye koye mwa. No wo kan bibi say ye wo the 4P product promotion price ne ma ne ba ko bi kam na ma se me lose
Place.
praise. Okay. I know kan SWOT. Na SWOT
So
no
yes.
ka analysis no wo ho. Enti Mr. Mo SWOT analysis. Enti we na mo ka no no bia na ye brother no dia abasi so no. Enti Mr. Mo da mo menhwe ne ye because e basa na o pese komu na wo behunu your weakness, your strength, your opportunity, your threat. Me bo
Thank
acha me
you.
bo.
And no.
Me da say.
Okay.
Okay. And Brother Bernard.
Was it
Okay.
Francis? Was it how many? And Albania.
Let me say Obaya 235 to 240. Wait, mortality rates of 5%.
Please.
But here, premium.
Okay.
With how many piglets per sow?
10.
Woman, how many piglets?
10.
10. Good.
And with what? How many birth rate in a year? Twice or three times?
Please do
Twice.
once and not twice. Good.
Twice.
Twice. Okay, say a 10 twice in a year 200.
I
Yes.
And then how did you come by the 35?
okay. I will say that Missy coming by 35%. By the time second by the time second set be no na first set first set ebi by the time second set no na first set ebi what question no
Not second set in Ibiao.
second set ebi and then second set ebi wa more than 140 and you find a percentage of 5% mortality. And
Okay.
mama fix number me manu
Okay.
in range, you know.
Okay. That
But
makes sense.
but but a
That
child
makes sense.
when you
That makes sense because
No,
so what they the new mothers ever can't the parents talk no who they are then that ratio at least we can work with it more or less.
Yapon.
Okay.
Yapon.
Pacho, me person me fa bibi kakra nsa so.
But of
No, no,
account
no. I grow na media.
Because
of account.
I
okay,
grow na
Pacho,
media.
meet me aba na your boss
Mo the
kasa.
board mass ya be mo na board mass na ye buru de bia o munti no.
Pacho, ti say na Mr. Charles ekaye no. Ade na ye de aba sisi ano e ade a enhia pa
Yeah,
especially
yeah,
one of mo person mo call piggery production. Ubeti matena with them within 5 minutes and I will say may call piggery production and I have this number of parent stock to start with the production now. Within a year, I'll be able to get this number of pigs. Just as Odi can related to the SWOT analysis, your strengths, your weaknesses, the threat and the opportunity that you get in whatever you want to do. So, me brad the question with mommy. Ena meaning yes solve pepe I'm using me the bikra air then man. And I make a trend say if somebody is asking this equation, on what basis is the person asking that question? Because when it comes to production, we have different types of production. When
yeah.
it comes to the poultry, are you going into broilers? are you going to layers, which is also known as table eggs production? Then when it comes to the piggery, are you setting up a complete farm from zero to the end, that is starter to finishing? Because there are some of the piggery units, they only produce the piglets and they sell them out to other farmers.
Yeah.
So nipa no on kipi mmoa no for the whole season.
Yeah.
Aboa no nya wo pɛ na owini piglet na ɔtɔn mo ma na was starting new production. So on what basis nipa no pɛ sɛ ɔnhyɛ ase na mboa no wo a na wasa hwɛ mboa no so kɔpem sɛ ɔbɛtɔn mu nyinaa firi afɔ no mu anaasɛ the person is putting the intention of, okay, me there, I just want to go into piglet production. I want to raise piglet and sell them out. Or I want to raise and the same time keep some and the same time produce meat. So you have to consider all these factors before you know your ability, before you know what you want to do. The question was a general question, but I told him that he should go back and ask the person to specify the question. Say obi na bisa ni sa question there, the person should do what? Specify, because before he can give you the number of animals that the person should be
Ono the
expecting.
questions in the questions in a thought there be our da or Sunday questions in Kwan also. And yes, I thought there be our
Yes.
or Sunday questions in Kwan.
So that is kakra me so me pese me di bram. So obi be share business na say the person should be very specific. And yes, say I have the resources, so I think I can put up a full piggery unit or a full poultry unit. No, there are different opportunities and branches that you can only supply to the chain. Maybe I want to go into poultry. The first, no, we thought of poultry, na nipa na ɔhyɛ adwuma no ase to them go say, no, maybe scanner one as a resource now one. You look at this, oh, I can produce the whole chicks. And when they get to the grower stage, then I discharge them to other farmers. So I am taking the risk of a farmer raising the whole chicks. Maybe you are an expert in that. So you can raise the whole chicks and you give them out to somebody who is also into the poultry production, but the person want to take up from the grower to whatever stage he or she also want to go into. So these are very important key factors that we have to consider anytime we are thinking of the businesses in the agricultural sector or industries. Thank you.
Senior, me pacho jina
Boss,
so say odi ntokwa na ba nyam ma botrema me pacho be ba. But that Mr. Bernard me pacho nya botrema me jira so na obi the question ba. Was say I can't go to so because what the example na my what the for piggery so. Also
Nti
for the goat.
yɛmfa goat nso 10 na yɛncalculate
Sanity,
na
sir.
yɛhwɛ deɛ yɛbɛnya de adi buronya.
Na Mr. Amone 80 Mr. Mo. Ana pacho nya sana open no me
Francis,
Mr. Amane.
Francis,
Yes, sir.
Calculating.
when Mr. Bernard montwe mo pen, yɛbɛyɛ calculation ni biom. You have 10 goats who are pregnant in 1 year. How many should a farmer expect from 10 pregnant goats?
Ana two males nso kan ho, say two back.
What they say, woman, your man, and the inform, yeah, a
Yeah,
man,
for me calculation. Yeah, remember
yeah,
the
man,
yeah, if
a
you
man, and
calculation.
him.
Yeah,
Momo,
same
yeah.
baby kula.
With what
Mortality
calculation
rate.
rate? Goat no yɛ nim sɛ ɛwɔ mu a ɔmowɔ baako, mmienu, ebinom koraa wɔ 3,
Into
4.
Yamfan is 50-50. 5 will
Fi-
give 1, 5 will give 2. 5 are first timers. The next ones are grown ups who have given birth before. With 1 and 2 ratio of 50-50.
Me dey meja calculation because man ko Harvard in here you need to board mass na me nya dey it meja. Ma yim ho afiri. Mr. Dax. Oh,
Any
you can't
mortality rate?
how can hold, you know, so by
Brother
calculation.
Francis, what is the mortality rate?
Let's make it 5
Let's
or
make it
10.
5. Yeah, let's maintain 5%.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Dax, you know, percentage.
Oh, oh, me there, yeah, ka percentage na ma expect for no and my percentage. No.
That's also your dog. Dog, the doctor, ben, a mathematician, you say, you know, your mass for Nibia.
Mass, obi a only mass, no obi a experience here different pa. Yeah.
Just there be all
Where
can't
there,
talk or can't talk about man for not in China or seriously.
mini me my main embo my ba so near my journey say my who say mo pese mo nya ne brofo ne ade but one thing I Emma this channel here unique and say mo kan ye kasa am wo yeah say intimi to me dear me I think say mo ye ne twi na ebeboa pa utimi say twi no kra ye ka twi na e
Na
flow
ya catchy no na your brother no chi no nhyɛ da mmoa no papa ɛno nti na
oh
ɔno baa so no ne segment no ɔsrɛ sɛ yɛbɛtumi
oh
ɔbɛtumi ayɛ no borɔfo ɛbɛboa no ama watumi akyerɛkyerɛ nneɛma mu yie nti ɛno
oh
nti a
okay
ya ɛno nti a
yeah
wodeɛ momfa nkyɛeɛ na ae.
okay.
Nti
Mr.
Francis
Dax,
woanya number no ama me
Jamin Shirao.
okay
Hey, Ofedu, Monyer Mona, a question as I baby,
Yeah.
because I baby work on the Miss Remo.
na dabi o monya abotrɛ
Oh, that be
monya
hey.
abotrɛ yɛyɛ 10
The
new
question
year
should come
wotumi
one
yɛ no
after the other.
multiples yɛyɛ 10 new year motumi yɛ no multiples na sɛsi a baabi a mode yɛ kɔi deɛ yɛbɛwie na calculator no kora ntumi mfa nɔmba no amanfoɔ bɛma yɛ abɛyɛ commercial farm no wɔ telephone yi so sisi a
But your
brother Bernard
hello sir.
yɛ yɛnkɔ
Oh, that be now question one same na maker. Even this one is
Aye,
even clear. So regarding
Okay.
to this, so be what questions because you can say this thing involve calculations.
yeah
You can see yeah to one calculation is I'm maybe a bit taking more time. We have brother Francis there, we have Mr. Charles there. Yeah, the yanya project concept, So if they need for others, and I think it's good they will private chat them
yeah
and to give them
and then they can even do the numbers once in your base number no matter you can use it and project the multiples of whatever quantity you are projecting
yes
based
please.
on the base number na ubenya no nti yɛmfa
Yes
ne sɛ
please.
deɛ yɛ first no mprɛko deɛ na yɛde 10 yɛyɛ no afrance yɛnya number ne sɛ between 235 to 250 in 1 year no sɛ wode mprɛko 20 ɛna ɛyɛ a you double that number as your
Yes.
projection. So what the 30 na ɛhyɛ ase a you triple the number. So what the
Mm.
5 and a no we divide the number no projection no mu 2. So that's how
Yes.
the equation goes into yenya number no base number no matter with whatever it is the calculation keep in multiples or division then you will find um the level.
Yes.
Into but
Okay. Maybe I'm there.
young koi
What you saying?
Me had I say yes, say mortality rate near we won't five
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 percent.
percent
percent.
yeah
Yes.
And me had 27 to 32.
27 to
27 to
32.
32.
I
The goats are 10.
10.
Yeah, the
And
goats are
the
10,
mortality rate 5%.
5%.
And we give them 50 a 50-50 chance. 5
50-50
bevel
chance.
1
5 bevel 1, 5 bevel 2.
and 5 bevel 2.
Yeah.
So the 5 and the 2 you have to add them together before you subtract your mortality rate from it.
In the Brana Bernard, who you saying?
Now my parameters in here, I am
Okay,
somewhere
okay,
somewhere
okay,
below 20. I'm somewhere below 20 for a year.
okay.
Yes.
Ejedu,
Okay, my
Pacho,
friend.
message you ho. Ejedu,
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
my
you
day.
share my screen as a will be in the messenger, bro. Misa,
I had the ja.
I say what's
Okay.
here.
Brother Francis, Pacho, me yeah,
Okay,
no.
okay.
Me yeah, no. For
Yeah,
1 year.
yeah. I
Sa one be once 1 year. 5 no be bako. And 5 nso be 2. So that would be 5 plus 10, 15.
Mhm.
With a mortality rate of 5%. So we should be getting somewhere 0.75, 0.75 with a percentage. So when you multiply that 0.75, sorry, so 5% will be 0.05 times
Yeah.
15, which will give you 0.75. Then you will subtract it from the 15, that is for the 1 year. So you are likely to keep 14 goats.
14 or 12. But okay,
Yeah.
I
okay.
got
Let's
14. And what are you getting?
okay. My second calculation, I had 23. Let me tell you something.
Okay, let him explain.
How many how many times can a goat give birth in
No,
a
no, no.
year?
Me bachamba. Number 3. Brother Bernard, here English. Who can see my myself? Yes, I know.
I sent to no country.
And say what shall tree no make nyaka. Say we make fancy.
I can the can be can
And see I'm a fancy for amba.
for fine. What's it when you're 23,
And you know,
right?
and you know, a murdered one and na
Up
aponchi
on chain. Over in a
or
year.
the obawo in a year
Twice.
twice. Very good.
Yeah.
And you know, if say yes that a year 50 cry and say
Yeah.
one ebia
So the
one
15 the 15 will
season
be 30.
30. Very good.
Yeah.
And say
30, then
50
you less it by the 5%
yes.
mortality rate.
And then me South Africa.
Yeah. So that
Yes.
that that makes sense. Into no young fan is say give and take. So who keep on punch 10 now and punching and my 10 now would almost that was stock no. In a year you are expected to get at least when you be out crano obenya mwa be 15. When you're
Yes.
15 no at a higher point you can get up to 23 in a year. So what
Yes,
the
Sure.
in a
10
year.
no, now all things being equal, no feed you ye or crossing time ni bibiano, nyina no wo twice within the year. Then a more 10 now what they start here as a ponchino was stock no 1 year no afenen so no now what mienya abia 14 unless 15 to 23 unless omo okofa omo no omo nyina ye first timers there number no be change ɛno na ɛbɛma wo ebia 14 and 15 no because obiara bɛwo 11 obiara wo 11 a obiara ne ne ba nti sɛ ɔmo yɛ 10 a ɔmo bɛwo 10 for the first time 10 for the second time all the 5% ne calculate a which means you will come back to ebia 15 and now 14 in a year but the second time now ɔmo bɛwo no the chances of they having twins triplets or one ne bɛdi dɛm no it is there nti these are a few number adeɛ bi a ebetumi ayɛ just to for you to have an idea ɛnyɛ concrete but where your projections ebi a wɔn mmoa no wɔmfidi wɔn yie nti no ɔnyem koraa na ne mma no wɔntumi anwo wakɔ ma wɔn aduane bi a nyinsɛn ne time no yɛmfa ama no na aboa no akɔ wanya miscarriage a ɛno no it doesn't fall within this calculation this is just projection this is something to have you plan nti yɛbɛda mo ase sɛ brother bernard mpakyɛw ewie a yɛbɛhia wo yɛbɛkasa wɔ back door because
Pacho you.
watete akyire akyɛ ɛnɛ wayi w'anim nti um, we have to have a session
Okay.
yɛbɛda wase papaapa you brought in a very good segment and from time to time no yɛbɛhia wo so we can go into this mepakyɛw na ase question bi wɔ hɔ biom
Yes.
Ah,
Pacho answer a question, Baba. Now I just want to apologize.
yeah.
With the
ɛwɔ
language.
den ɛwɔ language
The
dabi
language.
mpakyɛw dabi
That's an
ɛnyɛ
idea.
saa wɔ ha
Brother Francis
dabi
in himself, me
dabi
catch you, Papa.
mepakyɛw and no apologies
All
ɛyɛ
right.
mix we speak any language everybody is comfortable with
Thank
so
you.
yɛbɛtumi aflow well nti na wokaeɛ no yɛtee wase no ɛnyɛ strictly sɛ woba a by force no kana wobɛbubu twi ne kɔm a wanhwɛ a nkurɔfoɔ nso abɛgye wapɔnkye wɔ ha yɛbɛka sɛ ɔkyena na obi de wo voice akɔyɛ ne ringing tone nti ɛndeɛ waka
Yes.
borɔfo no a waka yɛnkɔyɛ anim yɛyɛ nyinaa no
Madam
yɛte aseɛ but we try sɛ yɛbɛyɛ no more local but sɛ ɛba na sɛ borɔfo na ɛsɛ yɛtumi de kyerɛ mu yie a yɛbɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛdeɛ ɛka yɛ deɛ yɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu nyina obi ate aseɛ wode mprɛko 10 ɛhyɛ ase a 1 year no wo expect 235 to 250 sɛ biribiaa woyɛ wo nneɛma nyinaa yie na mmoa no ɛwo sɛdeɛ ɛsɛ sɛ ɔmo wo a wo projection no wode mpɔnkye 10 ɛnso na ɛhyɛ ase a within a year no wo expect sɛ between mmoa 15 to 23 wobɛtumi anya ɛdepende deɛ ɔmo bɛwo sɛ half wo 11 na half wo 22 a these are the numbers you fall within these numbers ɛnyɛ possible sɛ ɛyɛ very very conk that na Mr. Manu kyerɛ yɛ adeɛ bi sɛ wankasa wotumi decide time a wopɛ sɛ wo mmoa no ɛwo time a wopɛ sɛ ɔmo nyam nti ebi a wowa schedule ne sɛ wowɔ specific time a wobɛcross ɔmo nyinaa na specific time ɔmo nyinaa bɛwo a ɔmo awowa bom sɛdeɛ wobɛnya wo stock ɛno yɛ wo planning ɛne wo projection a wobɛyɛ wei yɛ just a calculation to have an idea sɛdeɛ wobɛtumi acalculate wo mmoa no sɛ wode 10 hyɛ ase a sɛn na me expect ebi anso a wonim sɛ okay ebia na bibia nkɔ yie ebia na nneɛma bi na nkɔ yie anaasɛ mmoa no ɔmo ntumi nwo bebree so you have to keep an eye on wo adwuma no a woyɛ no na wo master ne nkakra nkakra mepakyɛ yɛde bɛsi a question foforɔ wɔ hɔ a Charles over to you.
Yeah, na legend busa adeɛ ɛfa the calculation no was say with the goat is it their first but okay no the said mohu is it their first time or their existing bombs okay ti munyina so na yenko another brother Bernard mpacho yeda say ma utimi gina so why my man ko bi kwa na question bi ba why
Pacho you me also, Madam.
okay Mr. Bernard K entry Boga mpacho echiao oh I'm say what brother Bernard entry Mr. Okfacheme na aye nti no de say wo ho a obetimi asa aba na ateko na waba be kan de na opese woka no na contribution ehia obi bia dwen kire obi bia question ehia ye monhwɛ question ba ko hwɛ bia me abedro se say no obi ko mpreko mu a onim ni sika no lebɛhyem no sɛ bibia fa ne kwa mu a onim de obenya at the end of the year ti mesrɛ mu ada mamom kasa bia question ni nye question bia ehia Mr. Ferris wagina apono akirache Mr. Ferris
Charles.
Hey,
Oh,
mommy
now Fremont.
me pacho me mane how me say why you busy ti me mane how
Pachame.
oh,
Nanka, Pacho Bikaza.
o de
that,
kasa
Na, you
but Mr.
contribution.
Ferris pacho nya botrema me na me ma tin kasa na obata ba ko pe ofia na ya na inisi di na goro
Ah,
Obekume, Obekume. Actually, Obekume.
Any. Me say, na, brother B bisa say, say kope say, wɔyɛ business bi wɔ fie na asɛ na Mr. Edu aka biribi kyerɛ no for sɛ mmoa yɛn wɔ sɛ bi ɛte saa na obisa so nka ɔpɛ obi kwan bɛn na ɔbɛfa so na Mr. Edu ka so mfrɛ meboa
yeah
biribi saa
yeah pacho
okay na deɛ mpɛ sɛ mede ka ho ne sɛ adeɛ baako a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛne a yɛwɔ akwantuom no yɛte aseɛ ne sɛ yɛfa ne sɛ ebi a na wɔn introduce na ma obi wɔ Ghana ɛwɔ sɛ nipa no wɔ hɔ no ɔne ne yɛ partners either say 50-50 or 60-40
okay
or whatever the case may be. And my wife nyɛ wo sɛ wo no wo ba be ebi nipa no wo ho na wo ye bi dada ana wo so obeye
Yeah.
na wo se me na me di sika bebe nti no ebi ayen mo ane na mentua oka no. It doesn't work like that. And if you do that with my own experience, you're gonna have a problem. Actually, say idea biya wunu obi ye. Now who say you're part of it, no, now or you're part of it ye no, or ya or ye ni ye. I know you one. Any of the toss me no so. A jabbing at it in colay, umuti, they are doing their best, they are working hard to be honest. Nti sɛ sɛ obi de n'adagyeɛ ne biribi a wopɛ sɛ woyɛ, ɔboa wo na wo ne no ayɛ a, ɛwɔ sɛ nnipa no hu sɛ ɔno nso no adwuma na ɔyɛ no, ɔwɔ percentage wɔ mu. So ahu, na wayere ne ho de ne ho nyinaa ahyɛ mu ayɛ.
Okay.
Nti no, ɔno ne capital a ɔde ba no, ɛyɛ ne honesty plus ne hard work a ɔbɛyɛ.
Okay.
So nti sɛ if you go in like that nipa no bɛhunu sɛ at least no kita good heart to ɔno so de n'akoma pa bɛba no mo ayɛ nti sɛ moyɛ na monya mfasoɔ sɛ 100,000 a onim sɛ at least ne deɛ wɔm bi a bɛyɛ 40 yɛtete biribi afi mu a na woso deɛ bi ɛwɔ mu 60 anaasɛ 50-50 ɛno deɛ sɛ ɔyɛ ne saa a ɛbɛkɔ n'anim papapapa because there's one lady bi a ɔwɔ Kenya, Black American bi ne ne partner saa. Yeah, na amfa 1 cent kura ama. Enso ne farm o ma ye no is the biggest big farm ewo Kenya. Wahu. Nti sa wo sa mindset no na ma ye bibia na ma twotwo bibia sensan bibia na da so a. Obeye adwuma ne kama tambia bekọ Ghana no na wo income. Na mo tirem. Oh, you can even sign up. You can even say, partnership na ye kono for the next 3 to 5 years. Sika biya ne mfaso bi ebeba no, ye di hwem. So wo kona mokoto asase a, wamfa sika ama a, na se wo wa hana se obetua asase ne ka. Ne mfaso na ono benya no, e wo so otuatua wo ka ma asase no, eteka no, ono ne ka odi wo mu no. Nti etene ka odi wo mu a na dan na asase belongs to both of you. So nti partnership no, you need to study how partnership works.
Not that. Yeah, that's right.
What's it?
Me pacho mo hwe mic ni ma me why na ye
Okay, I'm class will be class.
na ma me
Eighteen.
pacho me koso.
And he said, if you know how to do partnership and you study it well, ubetumi build the empire without a sisisembia enim. Because the thing is, say, only a kono wo fie no, woni ne TV app, no one ni percentage. Na mu grow, nes ekabi e bebe mu no. And in first one be ba, ni 50%, watemu 25. E de etua ne car, wo etua na aba ho, until say mu nyina mo be equal partners. You're happy and willing and also energetic, say, or pesade na moyeno. Ebeko n'anim. Now, pay your home boss. Now we are home burger. Send me the sika beba. Tuesday be any afremia. Na say ni say metu ya car. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. Ntino. Na ni mpesa me so me de ka ho.
Ma pacho mpese muso a question. We de enenye ye no ba ye but mpese muso a question fa no ba ye. Se obi so pese oni obi eye no ba ye na nipa no na produce bibia se asase ne kwa no rent on na etua. Won na etua bibia nti nipa no wo so no de on de nso be dey obehwe so as a manager. Se omuwie na omotika na emfaso no omutimi chemu miensa ma no na mienu no investor ndi na ba kon ye de ohwe so no de na say enye.
First of all, say moko would you seek asase? Number one, you have to understand where the partnership begins. If I say be a wono wo kroma nipa no wɔ Ghana, oni sika bia wo na abɛkɔ atɔ asase na say o kan yi abɛ rent asase no, crops no na abɛtɔ una betua paafo ka betua bibi aka ne ke mo first investment na mo bɛyɛ no mo tete ka ne nyinaa wie a making sure sɛ wo ne nipa no bɛka sɛ bi a sɛ mfasoɔ no ba a wodeɛ 40 medeɛ 60 watete wo ka ne nyinaa wie no
Okay.
wodeɛ 40 medeɛ 60 na mo understand each other na meka nyinaa no go in with somebody who a obi a watie ɔbɛn daako nkyerɛkyerɛ ne obi ogyina da kwan ho asɛm na meka
Okay.
so ɔho nti no sɛ woyɛ ne saa te sɛ crop farming no a time bia me ɔho one thing I realize in life ne sɛ adeɛ bi a nipa wopɛ sɛ wokɔ w'anim a di bi ma me ni bi ɛma wotumi tu mpɔn ɛsen sɛ wobɛyɛ wo ho sɛ wo na sika no firi wo hɔ ɔba no nti no you are going to give orders and at the moment a company bɛma ne workers hu no sɛ metua wo ka still wowɔ percentage wɔ company yi mu no wɔyɛ adwuma no yie. A lot of companies are booming because of where Amazon started here. Na otua ɔmo ka ne according to them no ɔsi pay ni nye. Nti no so ɔpɛ sɛ either sɛ ɔbɛgye sika some money bi anaasɛ wobɛtɔ they will give you shares ɛwɔ company no mu. Ɛna Amazon ɔmo gye shares no they did very well. Wow. And steady if you want to go into partnership. But do not go into partnership and think say you are smart and somebody will Ghana on the one of this kind of bentino. You're going to belittle that person or you're going to make the person feel say I am providing. No, go in and share partnership either equal or 60-40 or whatever the case may be. Many people are happy. Adwuma no bɛkɔ so much so womfiri ha nkɔ Ghana no na ahwɛ kora osika wode kɔ wonyi bi ntɔ aduane ni. I'm talking about obeying the product. I'm not talking about those people women they don't understand money na sika sem no wode sika kɔma na okodi ne mu asɛm na meka. What you say? Nti no wotie ne a don't say be a till you can say no. Look for being that product. Start small with that person. Say land is 10 acres now planning. I'm starting 1 acre. Na first sika koma no course no na mo putrim na mo trim na mo trim na mo trim. Then in good partnership. You will never regret. Thank you.
Auntie,
Yes, bro.
I'm say yɛbɛ ɛwɔ sɛ yɛgye mmerɛ na Charles ma yɛda baako na yɛbɛ explain ni partnership ne ne business practices no sɛdeɛ wɔka no because ɛyɛ adeɛ baako a ɛnnɛ na me ne nipa no bi di nkɔmmɔ wɔ akyire na yɛka ho asɛm sɛ that even partnership agreement ɛkoraa no ɛyɛ problem. There are people muti or being dako. They want to go into partnership, but they don't even know what partnership is. And ebinomono, some people are drafting some documents. Trust me, it's an eyesore when you see it. There is a difference between an investor and a partner. So, business now, person will be my partner. Then you should be ready to do certain things to meet the requirements as a partner. I was say you take those languages in me no say there's a difference will be got over to be better shares our company and say will be a partner. Now even shareholder no crano technically or your partner. At the end of the day, woman or annual report, say woman who numbers. But say if you are, let me put it this way: when you're ready, say ube declare what numbers are, then you are not a candidate for partnership. So person will be my partner. Why you should be open. Said the Emma be transparent, be very open, be honest. With numbers now will make with numbers I will make you one hour start with Juma no value we are saying percentage is saying I will pay any pan the beshim no be your partner. Partner means the person is part ownership. He is part of it. He knows the inside out of the business. He is abreast with day-to-day running of the business. Yente those languages na se enya partner na ne se fa usika betum na tena baby wo de wonnim hwe bosome so an maka number bi a kyerɛw. That is not partnership. That is I it is a loan na waje ana bosia na wabo and a wutuatua ne nkakra. But a partner should know the day-to-day running of the business. They should be able to call for numbers. They should be able to know what is going on. Yenti sa ehonase. And I will beg everybody, take your time to study what you are going into. Adwuma na wokɔ no wo nso yɛ research ɛnyɛ mete sɛ yɛsi sika wɔ mu na wasɔre na wo nso wodi akyire woyɛ saa you are following the crowd. You are not a businessman. You are chasing money. You will never get it. You will always find yourself in losses because we need information, we need data, we need BBR, and you can't information and yes, I walk walking kind Lincoln University for dictionary from A to Z. About Adiana Wokoye no Mr. Manu can same way there be or say read about what you are going to do, research, find information. Ma emeye part of you na hwehwe nimdeɛ wɔ baabi a wokɔ no ɛboa because biribi anyɛ fɛ sɛ wowɔ partner wɔ Ghana na wo nso wowɔ America na wowɔ aburokyire na wo feed nipa no with a lot of information ɛfa adwuma no ho sɛdeɛ ɛbɛ improve sɛdeɛ nneɛma bɛkɔ n'anim. That is what partnership is about. Nipa no weakness become your strength and then your strength becomes the person's weakness nti mo complement mo ho. So what is sika bɛkɔ deɛ wo strength no ɔno nso ne strength ne sɛ ɔwɔ ahoɔden wɔ fam na o make sure sɛ ɔbɔ agye na moyɛ no ho ban. So everyone is contributing something and yɛte yɛn ho ase sɛ deɛ maame kaeɛ no ne yɛhu sɛ dibi mame nni bi ɛna ɛde ayɔnkofo ɛma nipa tena ase kyɛ na dibi mame nhwɛ w'anim na ɛkɔm nnem deɛ ɛde adwembɔne ne nam ɔbɛto waduro ku ato atwene ɔkyena no n'ani so ate no na ɔkɔ ne baabi. Yeah, that's it. Auntie Tilly, Yamin Shroud.
Yamin Shroud, so bra.
Amrebia Niana, ye here, and son, a dear fata. Inti, so far as say ye here, and son, a dear fata no. Me Nyamia Duma. Me per se a day when you Friday, Nyamia Duma, ye cash crop, questions and answers, I think we need a cash crop no second, Nyamia Duma Friday, antithesis, say, opedia. Ye ne ofadun shia e ha sei na efa wa chire ade bae no na me mo ho dawro said e baya obi bia because partners ye nyina ye partners ene abe partnership but said ye ofadu kan no ye ntia se ye nuaba AC e de aba beto so. I agree with set a day to discuss this topic continue ya me adoma ye the best Friday na ye crops questions and answers na free because we are there bia I think say e be boa ma even say o person ko ye mwa kwa na say uko na so kodofu kwa na say partnership no wonti ase a ebeto sini nti Friday ye be share na ya kan no e dey topic no ba nti anti ye say me da say sister ba ko pa ye wo e da say wa support ye papa jedu e kan na ye ma me anti ti ba ko e be ku ye no e kan Saturday tina me da say
Matri. Ako. Aletili.
Mpacha mo ha.
Ubekume anade ye ani sili.
Ma dey.
Aletili de football na ba chira mo no.
Obi
Wa ko
kasa.
eti.
Obi bisa am question.
Oye loaded the chain Israel for bomb. Share. Auntie Tilly. Oye loaded the chain Israel bomb.
No be come be.
Yes, Francis will be kuno. Now me say we loaded the chain Israel for bomb.
But this is the other how. You see what?
ɛnyɛ Francis so na ɔsɛ Israel for bɔbɔ ɔba Ghana ɔretwerɛ biribiara no.
Maka cham say Mr. Pamford, mamu fana an kacha no we.
Abere you promote obofo bajawa bakasa why
And
obofo
the
waba
me bacho munya botre ma tili mpacho anti esi so ochia o ochia obi anso
omi ante the voice
Mejo mame. Mejo so.
Our my auntie voice I be protest the tiano.
I need.
Hello, hello, Mr. Charles. Good evening.
Yes,
Good evening. Good evening,
Abusia for
boss.
Michiachi obi bi our platform so.
yes, Nyamiba.
Me so me question ba ko ani mienu bi na me de to so quick.
Ayeka.
Ekoma Mr. Francis and Mr. Bernard.
Minimum the ever. Until I'm saying
I did chat.
In terms of animal farming, no, there is one challenge is beer. Years ago, no me face you memoir no. Efa me punch ne minwan no. And they say sometimes no aboa no bi say or your fit. Ewo ebu onim what do oni ado super I said bibia you okay. The next morning we be ba no na aboa no wa sorry agina honom. Ono a ontimi enda ontimi entene enko left ontimi ko right. I said there was team agina faako. And no me sa question said me can come Mr. Francis na Mr. Bernard. And no dear situation and I said dear injection na yɛde bɛma saa aboa no ama na survive. Ana my last question so yɛ sesi ano ɛno ɛkɔma in general sesi ano yɛkɔ rainy season which we are going to face a difficult situation nti ɛno no ɛwɔ sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛma yɛadwene kɔ yɛn mmoa no ho ɛfa yadeɛ bi wɔ my friend no foot and mouth disease ɛno no ayɛ sɛ apɔporɔ ɛba mmoa no ɔmo nan ntam no nti yɛtaa biebie yɛn mmoa no early in the morning anaasɛ nsuo atɔ na yɛbie mmoa no sɛ ɔmo nkɔnkɔdidi a ɛno so saa foot and mouth disease no ɛtaa nya yɛn mmoa no ana me question me third question last one wɔn sɛ ɛno no ɛkɔma nantwie nnwan ne mpɔnkye no mostly no me fesi bi wɔ me farm no saa time na me mini fie mo ase na me control nyoma wɔ efie nipa na wɔhwɛ me mmoa so ma me no aboa no kutia a dadoa so nantwie ɛno yɛ nantwie okotia da wɔn sɛ ɔmo mu edu nti otia dadoa no so no dadoa no penetrate kɔ ne nanim after that no asa okotie unse okotie tia natie mu ma ɛkɔvae nti unhu sɛ dadoa no ɛhyɛ ne nanim nti me caretaker no hu yɛ na aboa no otogu so na ɔka sɛ bi a obi na de aba bi abɔ no ɛno so ɔhwɛ sɛ opagya ne nan no hwɛ sɛ ebi ɛbɛyɛ saa foot and mouth disease na apɔpɔ no ɔhwɛ na ɛnyɛ no a ɔsi bibie no meanwhile sa na dadoa no ɛhyɛ ne nanim a ɛnɛteɛ akɔva ɔnom nti mostly no so ɛyɛ a yɛma yɛadwene ɛnkɔ hɔnom sɛ wohwɛ na sɛ woahu sɛ apɔpɔ wɔ hɔ na still wohu sɛ aboa no ɔtɔgu so a bɔ mmɔden ara na kyekyere aboa no ɛto fam na fa abaa bi anaasɛ sekan bi ɛwerɛwerɛ ne nantam no baabi a ɔde tia fam no ɛhwɛ sɛ ebi a sometimes kò tumi tia ɛboɔ so ɛma ne kɔhyɛ ne n'anim ma ne de saa problem no ɛba nti my first question me patro Mr. Bernard ne Mr. Francis momboa me.
Okay, and I said, Mr. Bernard. Mr. Bernard. Mr. Bernard.
Me also.
Macho, and so what's your question on?
I say about no ntimi and dane ne ho na on
Why
19 so long.
I want to mean that.
Pacho na eya opegya ne nan.
Ontimi mpagya ne na ogina faako sɛ upushi no kɔ forward kra one hwɛ na or turn left and right obetimi abu ahwe ogina ro straight one wa sensene so why still
Pacho mo hwɛ no we foot ni sa apro ana.
there be ni foot ni nye bibia nha no bibia nha ne foot no bibia
Mame,
nha foot no but
mame mamo idea. Yeah, Mr. Francis ni we look at white muscle disease of sheep and goats. I think I suspect that could be it because known cause the stiffness of the muscle. Biwa ujina hot said the when your muscle pull no.
yeah
So those things aboa no ntimi move wayɛ very stiff so ne mu a ne kɔn ne nan ne nyinaa
yes
sensɛn na ogyina
yes
hɔ. So I think say what from description no make no I think it will be white muscle disease minimum there.
mm. Mm.
Okay. And okay. But about also and I say okay. It will fair well first
Please go
question
on.
now can say and one no yeah na original stiff no.
yeah
It is mostly caused by shock. Yes.
shock
Senior I said that Mr. Edu a kind no. Also sometimes they are day by day activities no one. It will cause it means I will say it will be to say blood pulse. Also now ebia like the veins no one. Like the blood na nke I was saying okay it me flow no. Oh,
and flow
and it me flow.
mm.
And you know sometimes you probably be shocked. But I mean kind of away. Like a shock. Oh, and you know like sanya the blood I was saying okay and it flow normal no. And to me inflow sir. No I don't
Mm.
know. And he said if say a year like say a year nipa anke ebi a yɛbɛka sɛ ɔwɔ stroke wɔn
yeah
ade no
yeah
Yeah.
ɛna etumi saa wei no nso etumi esi wɔ during the wet season no
mm-hmm.
ebi a during the rainy season na asɛ like wohwɛ a weather no ayɛ cold no ɛno na ɛyɛ a etumi ɛkɔ so saa ɛnti no the prevention sɛ na yɛwɔ eduro bi wɔ ha ba eduro no the rate no ɛyɛ like ɛyɛ borɔfo nti no mɛntumi anyɛ wei.
mm.
ɛyɛ mbɔfo na wɔ eduro bi but aside eduro ne nyinaa nso no nea wobɛtumi ayɛ ne sɛ wɔn but okay aha no sɛ ɛyɛ ne sɛ wɔn yɛ spɛnti bi a yɛde eduro si aboɔ ne so
Mm.
yɛde eduro si aboɔ no but asopɔ sɛ particular chemical a yɛn si ne so deɛ ɛno no menim because ɛyɛ ana wɔn ahwɛ no hebrew eti wuntumi but aside eduro ne deɛ the general thing wobɛtumi ayɛ yɛ massage
Mm.
and the general thing a wobɛtumi ayɛ massage and you also try to force the animal to walk and
okay
force the animal to walk.
me godfather bi a eduru in terms of challenges bi say a said the in future say mehyia saa challenge bi say bi a ɛkwan a me so mɛfa so ana ɔkyerɛ me na mepɛ sɛ mehu from bibiduro no sɛdeɛ yɛka no no from bibiduro no side no to mmorɔfo deɛ yi bi ɔkyerɛ me sɛ in future no sɛ saa deɛ no bi si a ɔno wayɛ saa deɛ no bi asurvive ɔsi in future no sɛ saa deɛ no bi si a aboa no n'aso no mempɛ blade na memfa ntwa n'aso no but menhwɛ baabi a ɔn sɛ aso no veins ɛwɔ hɔnom ɛma me mma blade no ɛnka baabi a veins ni wɔ no nti saa ɛbɛ affect aboa no baabi a n'aso no wɔ no metwa bɛyɛ 2 or 3 a sɛdeɛ wokaa sɛ me massage no memfɔ so na me massage n'aso no hɔnom sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a blood ɛbɛflow ɛyɛ saa ɛbɛma aboa no so asurvive nti na kakra a me so ɛnɛ mewɔ de ɛma mo nie mede obi biara ase
But the second question I said we have what's the second question
na ɛnɔ meka for rainy season as
Submission.
you say.
Me ba cho before be second question is so no.
Yeah.
Sa de no tai esi ewo omwa no mu a check mo no
Mm.
vitamins. Ebi o ye
Mm.
vitamin deficiency ɛna ɛkɔ so saa adeɛ no. Nti
Good,
ebi
Yeah.
a
good,
aduane a
good.
ɔmo di no so ɔmo di aduane bi ɔmo di aduane bi a ɛyɛ one type bi aboa no ɛnhyɛ da
MP.
mpɛ variety of food ɔpɛ aduane no one way aduane no ba
Mm.
a ebi a ɔno bankye nwura pɛ no ɔpɛ nti ɛno ara na
Mm.
odi a ɔndi any other thing a then ɛsɛ we introduce no to vitamins ebi a
Another thing.
ɔbɛ isolate no na wama no vitamin supplement sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɔbɛnya balance vitamins no
Right.
because
Mm.
yeah ɛno bɛboa ama sɛdeɛ woka no woyɛ deɛ woyɛ no na wode vitamins no nso ka ho a ɛbɛboa ma aboa no atumi recover quick.
Mr.
That's
Edu,
that's
Yes
Mr.
sir.
Edu,
Yes sir.
that's or point I want making no. Any dear Francis, I can't, aboa ɛte sɛ nipa na yɛn movement ne yɛ biribiara a yɛyɛ biara no it is caused by something we call control center or the central nervous system and sometimes sɛ biribi sɛ asi a in muscles we have relaxation and contraction sɛ ɛkɔba sɛ muscle ɛcontracts na sɛ relaxation ɛntumi antake place a sometimes ɛtumi ma stroke ba sɛdeɛ na Francis ɛreka no. Sometimes ɛkɔ so aboa no to behave abnormally.
Yeah.
Na vitamins deɛ a wɔka no ho, yɛwɔ adeɛ bi a ɛwɔ nipadua ne mmoa mu a yɛfrɛ no electrolyte. That electrolyte no, ɛno na ɛnhanse ma action bi a ɛwɔ nipadua mu anaa aboa mu ɛtumi take place. Memfa sɛ ɛno ne yɛ electricity a ɛde yɛyɛ de ɛkɔ ba.
Yeah.
Nti sɛ kɔba sɛ aboa no yɛ ebi a imbalance nutrition a it is likely sɛ saa nneɛma no ebetumi asi. Nti sɛdeɛ Mr. Edu ka no ma w'ani nkɔ wɔn adidie ho paa ma w'ani nkɔ wɔn adidie ho. Ɛna aboa a wobɛhu ne saa no introduce no to aduane a anaasɛ supplement bi a ɛbɛ provide electrolyte de ama aboa no either sɛ electrolyte no ayɛ excessive anaasɛ ebi a ayɛ like ɛsoate so
Excess.
ɛwɔ aboa no nipadua mu nti they are all on the right track. They are on the right track.
ɛna ebi wɔ hɔ a wode adeɛ no fra nsuo no a ɔnnom enti wopɛ syringe no a wode twe na wode ahyɛ wasɔ no mu na wode agu n'anum you force it to go down because edu baabi a mmoa no bi wɔ hɔ a wɔyɛ stubborn ɔde ne hwene hwia na ɛnyɛ natural water na scent bi wɔ mu a ɔnnom nti ɛwɔ sɛ
On
wotumi ɛfɔ so nneɛma no bi ɛma ne kɔ ne system no mu sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛboa ɛna da no na Mr. Manu ka about saa mineral block no salt lake no salt lake yɛ very important megu so hwehwɛ me note me manim mayɛ adwuma wɔ baabi a na ɔmo yɛ bi so me nsa ka I will retrieve that note me nsa ka a mɛba abɛkyerɛ sɛdeɛ woa wobɛtumi atotɔ nneɛma na woa wayɛ wo salt block no na wayɛ wamixe w'adeɛ na wayɛ w'adeɛ you leave it to ɛyɛ woyɛ wie wode hyehyɛ container mu a you leave it for 21 days for fermentation after 21 days you know wobɛtumi astore wo hange a ɛmmoa no tafere ho a you have all the nutrients in it a ɛbɛboa ma from time to time no ɛbɛboa wo mu
Mr. Edu, medase salt na yɛka ho asɛm no
Okay.
ɛyɛ more of electrolyte nti adeɛ a mede bɛkyɛ obiara a wɔtie sɛ wowɔ hɔ na wɔ mmoa a abere bi ntwɛn sɛ yareɛ bɛba ansa na woakɔntro all you need to do is abere bi a biribi te sɛ ankatwadeɛ pɛprɛ akekaduro hwentea make sure sɛ saa wei no ɛbra no bra no wobɛma mmoa no bi because ɛyɛ the natural antibiotic a combat against most diseases nti nhwɛ aduane no a wode ma ɔmo no nko a but mmoa mo saa nneɛma no te sɛ deɛ nipa teɛ no pɛpɛɛpɛ deɛ mede bɛto so no.
Thank you.
Hello.
That's
My answer the next question.
Hello.
Eh, me pacho one kasa no. Brabe na
Pacho
pacho wa.
Brother Bernard.
Pacho kasa.
Okay, me that's it. Yeah, that yeah, bro, penny submission or the buy na yeah, then I say. And with what the other master just said right now, Miss me person me for baby kakra and so. And I want to project what Brother Francis said earlier about the SWOT analysis. Urbano production, especially with the animal side in agriculture, we don't cure, we prevent, because that is the
Good.
greatest risk. A 100% assurance say one yare ewo. So one of the advantage you have to take note of, if you are going into poultry, is it goat, piggery, cattle, or whatever? What are the common disease that the industry usually face? So you will take the advantage of this by first putting your measures in place. Sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a wɔntwɛn sɛ yare bi mbra ansa na woato anammɔ bi sɛ woyɛ den woresan mmoa no yare, because in agric we don't cure, we prevent, and our prevention
Exactly.
starts from good management. So with good management, you'll be able to, manage or reduce some of the risks that you may likely to face in your production. Nti kakra me me person me dem infansos me damase.
Yo, ense that's it. And one and I said, Mr. Isa, why you okay?
Tabi,
Me,
the second
me,
question
me,
no.
me okay. Second question, Nananka.
Ah,
And
okay,
also
yo.
me,
No, okay, Mate, no,
na,
because you Mate, okay, won't go so okay, Mate. Mr. Ferris, you have what me why I'm bacho.
Mr. Francis, what is second question? No.
Mm, Tabi, but
Na,
what up?
na me, and no, na me count about foot and mouth disease in terms of rainy season, you know, how we are going to prevent that foot and mouth disease, no.
Brother Francis, can I
Okay.
come in with that for that?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, me that's it. So with the foot and mouth disease, no, this is na we can care no apropro ne sa other things na your man no ne omu foot na eba no. It is caused
Yeah.
by virus. And eba no in the diseases now, mostly no bacteria in there we have the bacteria diseases, we have antibiotics that we are able to use to control them, say in case the bibas are. But with the virus diseases, we don't have any treatment. That is why you have to make good use of your management practices. So with what you just said, the measures you have to put in place, and you said, Baby Amwano Dano, you always make sure that place, is very clean, is very dry.
It's
Because
very dry,
with
yeah.
food and mouth disease is a rotting. So you have to make sure, and other places, Baby Omofa and Siota Tawana, you have to make sure that you will prevent your animals from passing those areas. Senebeya, it will not give space for such situation to come on board. Enti kakra, me person Emma no. Brother Francis, you can add your contribution. Thank you.
Okay, when I say, even the point has been said. I want to say, if low temperature in a pen, I can say, or okay, low temperature. Let's say, baby, for your new no, it introduce or it's causing for viruses and bacteria. Only thing that ebia yeah pen, baby, you should talk a cry. Now say you should tower. I child 2 days. Now and what abemuno. And it also linked to what or the solution what the not just said. We should ensure that a wire well dried, a wire well dried. Pa aside pig, aside pig farm, any fish farming, all the livestock I was so room air dried. In fact, well dried, not dried more than but at least well dried because if say we like chaka, it's
Atache.
called
Oh yeah, atache.
atache. It's causing for bacteria and fungi. And I take note to say, and boy, adipia, they almost all of them eats from the soil. And to everyone would know, it might be possible to say, Abia, one particular grain of feed bina, what or when all the now no they pick you. As when like what pick other since I can indirectly. And also you are that. And I order you take note to say before one answer, yale ebe show out ewa abon ni pediano. Na edin kan eteki place wɔ ne yɛfunu ansa. And na edin kan in fact edin kan like edin kan ayɛ wɔ stomach for about some days. Only thing that it is advisable was say ebia ɛfɛ sɛ 4 month interval, 6 month interval, 5 month interval. I was say you do me and bono. I was say you do me and bono. And also bet to me every do see sadia no. And me da say your boss aba.
Miss Medamas,
Mr.
Medamas.
Lenny. Oh, soldier never died.
Okay. Opening boss, he said, Pacho, you okay?
The person you okay,
Okay.
Mr.
Yo,
Yeah.
that's it. Yamin Shrao. Legend, in Pacho, me mo akwaba, Miss Row, me mo akwaba, to me, my fa,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
brother, Ferris, na,
No problem.
right.
No problem.
That's it. Yamin Shrao. Brother Ferris,
Yeah.
my more generous watcher, Kafara.
Oh, a very interesting discussion. You know, my sibling and I meet you there also.
Okay, Marty.
Yeah.
That's it.
And with the match here, one was in a Yamisha Money, my pa moye. With two things, with the prevention of the foot and mouth disease, you know, I think so. One of the things I was say, yes, share any isolation. Just say, we realize is abuano is infected with that disease. Immediately, you have to isolate that animal. So because we know so varieties is the ability to spread in them. And it's very important so they created that environment as well. Now moreover, I will say or practice it near your brand preventive measures. Disinfection is very important. So the woman once a while know what disinfected woman and that's areas now more. I want to spray some disinfectant just to control those pathogens, In general, so who here now it is tobacco so no casafa, business idea having a business idea, sir. Open so your business organ. I think sir no sending an brand cano is very important, sir. Yes, that come out immediately because a lot of people have failed. I know several friends that have failed who live in abroad try to do business. Unfortunately, they have failed just because they think that okay, was describe that kind of thing. So there's no commitment. And say to me, coming up with business plan, business ideas, business models. I think say beboa. Now your brother so some security system can see CCTV cameras, tracking, using tracking devices and all those things, I think with level of real economy, whether you are, in Ghana or out of Ghana, you'll be able to know what is going on. So per se, where you man senior opener, you need to put in some a little bit of money and get all those things installed. And because in fact, there are a lot of people in Ghana who are not faithful and committed. So when to me and put some of these measures in place, who say we are to now who be also. Madam also the discussion is well noted. Make sure that's it.
Oh, Mr. First, nyamia do me nso da wase se onso ne aba na wagina chirache pa na upon this no wetimi abakasa na do contribution aba. Ye brother baako Bernard entry se wonko dia utimi ba na onso the contribution na person de ba na ba. Da ase. Legend, bacho akwa babio.
Director, I'm sorry.
Nyamia do mboko. We dey yɛgya esi wo na so na afei yɛde kɔ wie ya no.
Okay. Good discussion. A lot of good questions about. And I think that the age now senior no and nema beko so ye livestock ne farming mo. And I yesu a ya fa to ye ho so say adwuma we ne be no. They should be nimdie wo mu. They are come at the right directions. And, you know, what I'm kind of say a business. So many business via with just hesitation via gidi. You have to pin down knowledge I'll be acquired more. I mean, there's no limited resources when it comes to say if I do sika koshim. You know, ubeti products ni bebre, but the end we interest to power. So we interest on one side party, and then what take you to know share bebre now come. And then they many na ye ka you share wa ye kan you know na bia ebe ebe ba kwemu. You understand? But unimaye. And I think that usually again is the many name too complicated. Yeah, and it's simple because the more we keep it simple, I will move and we more track it faster. So complicating them be brain. How who the burden quite also. You know, when it comes to say there are numbers. I don't know. Me know they cannot. If you are Sunday, that is what I'll tackle. Say, you be play with numbers. You know, because the more the numbers you play now, fun very simple. No? It makes a math, you know, a organized math. Now, if you just do the add the zeros to it, and answer the 10 with the 0 account 10, with the 0 account 11. I mean 100, there are thousands. But I don't start with just a simple number. How we can do and numbers, you know, even your seasons look right. There are numbers. You know, say because of the ground, only irrigation I was all trained in shoe. It was seasons, depending on which part Ghana it would be a more understanding your brother they can won't me for Ninchino Konama Techimu food rot disease, you know. So there are numbers that we have to play with, and that is one thing I think that data and as information now. You found kaya you're great you know because data is gold. You know, the more data I want, every more make sound decision. Oh, name be so data say now what community I would call business now come on. And this will be in the cost but data being what collect. So to collect it and you have to, you know, be around and walk around and know the area now work on. So we thank everybody say about any answer, question and answers about it. I know and sometimes no business, no what to mean cross your teeth and dot all your eyes and one start a business. Sometimes no, you just have to go. Scan or send a legend can Mr. Make and everything. Anything I'll be losing. If they also be losing business, mudi any men start business. Now any thing you lose one, the two is still like the queen. And you know that is the aspect that I was said. Also the channel and yeah they you know who lose be now who you know okay can I do it now for now for so can I do it now now you know then was a as I say over Congo. I'm up for a she over Congo and wake his baby out. Those things are there. You just have to deal with it. But all that being said, no, you can have everything 100% as a master. Well, and the last caller, no, man, no, because I know Kaba said Ghana for no right now. I think say South vocals no see you free. I no say Ghana for. See, nipa no atena Mr. Obin da kuna say na who looking for partnership na no partner. E also who say ono so why enlighten. E wo the usual sua no. So it man benefit of the doubt. Now encouraging them more. You understand? I always say I have guys educated, but the level I come down to them and explain things to them, I'm just giving me me who results be brave. Obi crowd volunteer and say oh free or person bet na me farm now share just for free or for free. And I mean I'm so nyabo trainer because or hearing it but so nyabo trainer me share near mama. This is how I open up to people out. And you might come your way, Krana. You don't even have to pay for it. So they need human resources. Now, no matter it's now farm not now. You know, say the only the all can but we you know where we get our source from all the teachings of Mr. Brenda Akuna. And now you see a Timenia Vema and for a year to say. So that's a program now or the Abano at least kɔn anim na ɛma yɛhu yɛn ho as Ghanaians yɛsɛ yɛbɛtumi ayɛ. And we will build the industries. Very soon numbers will be multiply. Every cut thousands now for you never come beef. It will be answered. Yes, you actually a tia kama.
Yeah. Now, legend, but you're not a well now my contribution now busa question be so far go to the numbers. Now, where do you mean me busa or me we are now we are. Now, also, yeah, only existing moms and now some new, so
So
which much
there are tricks beyond the trick. You say, one, maybe there's a punchino or free me, mammy, or 3 to 4 months now. No giant for not or yeah, or the deep man, be say 5 months, 6 months now. Depend on the body weight, In your years now, one in the body weight, so it bit me a carry more and more to So that is where experience they come in. You also my one 2 years, but wait is no kuta. So the body weight after 6 months, if man knows it, obey you know, the way to say or carry baby, oh, go too much stress, or bit me a carry baby now, or obey me a have a seed amount. But that being said, no, the first time, no, expect to say one. Most of the time, expect to say one. But now me won't be able to now or gain it, that is where I'll be 2 dice, and be I'll be 2 and I said 3. But we all ban the first one, the second, and another number may play on Sunday. They say, you can't say I'm one twice a year. Don't buy that argument. Maybe argument they say, Abuano 1 year, if I'm say January, Abuana name. We share Bema, 1 year to me say by May or Bewu. It be me didn't go see May, how many months na kawo year anymore? Akabe 7. Okay, so 7 no. Or who may know how long we be taking a money no for? A money year. We be taking say 2 to 3 months. Okay, we take 2 to 3 months, 5 months no, then you know, 8 months no. So I then know 2 times in a year. There be may upon ratio be rational in 3-year cycles. Then you give a one then no a may ye. Now or what me carry the man see. On ratio through production say because open number. No, you have to think about or your stock or no on 1 month. If you born on 1 month, 1 year for 5 months, or any month for 2 to 3 months, that's 8 months. 1 month breeding space best 1 month. I will get a flexible field of our and outside now go through another cycle. So because it could be said the first week you can now call the side mono, no as for. Now would you want to be having babies back to back to back, sir? All the stress there to if you saw on the mount, the most beautiful Emma and as a ma would you want to use Abuana sir? There be man space now. It ration say 3 years. But every 16 months, 18 months, obey set of Emma twice amount. No, I'm quiet them. It is sometimes the notion is 5 months, you get me a woman a year, bit more 2 times. I need a book with the actual. But when you come to the field, we be home ban one send your tea. And when they get pregnant, are the things that they go through. So all these things are the numbers are Namia Duma Sunday, me play with. No say there are things that you actually know when it comes to the field now, it's different from the textbook naturally the secondary school. And so we just chat no to I feel they will say okay, or you know, that is when the multiplication coming. Say a mema multiplication equal low, a ma multiplication equal high. If you for example, or mensa a mema 2 or babako, and at bakonso a ma 2 or babako, and at your a ma mensa. Mensa no, why not multiply faster? Your mommy and sana, because me 2 boys now, the money did 8 months. We were babako pay. Into babako pay the other working. Your woman 2 no. I am 2 8 months or Baba woman, but your old 3 no. I am 3 no. Become mammy 1 or my 4. Mammy 8 months no, my 4 no. Me know the old woman, the old member, which one the multiplication will go fast. And also, we do these calculations there. And most okay, the more many females know, and say. And then your man before you now, okay, another one. I feel mommy, me say I'm kind of Sunday now. Let me go.
But no problem. No problem.
Yeah, mommy for the first time, I was observing now here or your
Yeah, man, yasam na okano, yasam na man, yasam na.
Because when now buy time pa or baby or you know not true you say no trauma onya na mu ano afi no person be feeding a man on your bad time pa o man need to aso every day be abenya problem this one now feeding a man that means on timi the market or baby also you very good you know the all background man but you breastfeeding sa oba no you keeper o stock no. So all these factors now can numbers no. So in the about time or you good, almost first time I observe them. Obi are this opportunity about na question no for science and no man no for. Or no about time pa. Who was how about time now? Or one aju nese wuni go a ade enchi na ne ba na wu. Hey, now we talk.
As a base of beton.
And understand you call it out of your stock. You need free say on count stock. No man nko. Hey, but the oyo about time power no only go out no etimi hwe ne ma ansa na wa ba ohia supplement. These are all little factors and maybe you might not see it in a lot of textbooks, but when you are with them on the field, I think I'll be able to say, okay, so I need more, you know. And then that's why I'll buy internship, more about this show. Yeah, try the marketing. I forgot say, okay, Jumane, and yes, and I will come with TV soon. Okay. And today, you're better working on numbers.
Me pacho one ma goat farming no aya kono ma yenu ya be ma ba ko so be so be na mbusa ne ho ene bi na de bre me no na woni he ntin me busa ma no je sei o be so o shase numbers say no so de shase be yi.
Well, this you figure out because at a certain stage, it was how you're honest to yourself. When it comes to say Busa say Sikasen how they started, then it will give us an idea how I bet me Amawa I Jumano. Hey, and now no me side, when it comes to the housing, I don't tell any Ubia say on housing be a chinchini be because I feel I was starting.
Yeah.
But the main thing they say, baby, I want your land, fence, the fencing is very, very important.
Okay.
Then we take the rest from there because there are species there are types BOR. Bema no kwet me fa ma be say 40. Tu be ma fa bema baako. Obetumi nya ma be say 40. By ma me nyina be wo a, o ye capable so obeto aso. Obetumi.
Yeah.
This is where the
Yeah.
multiplication
Challenge
will
is
come in.
about.
So we have to really sit down and I'll ask you some tough questions. But it's like every other business. You have to answer those tough questions that are what to me answer those tough questions. I only ready so be a business.
Okay.
With my be your backyard, any at your baba couldn't be bako. And your backyard, yeah, no kumbiari. But self person will get now your business, now scale it up, now quite any mudia. Now feed the Ghana and your SOS for Canada. And you have to face the real hard questions. I was only. I don't know me come.
My team that's it. Boss Bernard, now say,
Yeah, legend. We there.
hey.
I'm say. Mom was no. We are rewriting the good production textbook. Indeed. You go to no movie, then we are scrubbing the existing textbooks, They are rewriting with experience and expertise.
Yeah.
Indeed. Asemna na legend aka legend yadase pa. Thank you
Yes,
for your
bro.
support and then your explanation. I'm say wama emponche yeno ayede na meka no obi afa wano so no benefit kra ma me mani sa abere no ada no meka je say menu me ho kra say me send a link ne bre no because o tom ponche ne dodo.
Last yɔtɔ ɔyɛ mpɔnkye na beebi a ɔyɛ no yɛ ha no ɛwɔ neighborhood bi na seesiesie mpɔnkye 5 mpɔnkye 7 bɛtɔ no 2,500 cedis.
Wow.
Ɔbaa baako awo mmiɛnsa ne mma no de bɛsɛ 2 months ɛna baako nso awo mmienu ne mma no de 3 months. Wɔn gyina wɔn nan so paa wɔn
Hey,
wɔ farm sisi a ama isolate wɔn yɛ
yeah.
so.
Capital, small capital, so.
Obetumi anam Ghana na okuta sika kakra bi na
Yeah,
people you get them,
yeah,
because ọba a wetumi awotu wetumi awotere no me mama ho by the end of the year kura na they can do give me the same thing na 2,500 a wɔde tɔɔ yɛ no it's can go way up so
Yeah.
you don't really have to spend too much. You can kakra here, kakra there, kakra here. We want now or flock for you, or a lot. So it's doable. You know, bit me, I
Wow. 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 Seto. Now me pacha wo say good morning. Me na my so curious. But say me who say catch when I was so. Well. I think say overdo.
yes sir.
Yen cross say yes penika edwa e ka say.
This is the legend I win the Yapon no say benediction na ya je no ntie ne obi amfa insurance mo no nkonko ye adwuma ai eze asɛm na wie ya no ya betie ye mfa nkɔ ye adwuma na next way no Sunday said the legend e ka no Sunday yemra na ye metie goat no explanation ni details ni numbers ni calculation no na afei yɛnhu and said assemble kwa legend kan ya me de when it comes to number questions also na said the entity can business partnership on this no sometimes when you're ready say obey answer tough questions then you are not a candidate for business it do baby I was say questions be why you have to be honest say me budget ni me sika me woni de me ye willing say me de ko share adwuma no mu ni deɛ menim wɔ ho ni deɛ mennim ni ɛno no nipa no boa wo a onim baabi a ɔboa wafi but ɛdu baabi a asɛ yɛyɛ too secretive because woka kyerɛ me sɛ wode $10,000 na ɛkɔyɛ wo farming a Now, Obama mania, it doesn't reduce the amount in your account. Eyewusika, the person is just using that number to help you project as to what to do and what to avoid. Inti,
Ejebi.
yes, a fact.
Right.
No, no correct. One say Ghana for a typical say, ubisa ni pan ne budget I say okachire wa
Now,
ochina no na ni sika ni nyina vanish.
me correct nipa sunye Ghana for.
Nipa made as a legend.
Into my encasa.
I nipa su eno de no correct. Because yes na you say when you go and ask question with half truth, you get half answer based on questions na wo kɔ no wode nokore ne fa ɛna kɔɔyɛ nti wode nokore fa kɔ a ɛnokore fa no so mu ayɛ na wobɛnya nti ɔkyena wode kɔyɛ adwuma na ɛnyɛ yie a na wɔbɛka sɛ oh mehyɛ aseɛ Mr. Manu kura na mekɔɔ no hɔ na ɔno na tu me fo but wokɔ no bisa wo sɛ wode full truth na kɔɔyɛ woka nokore kyerɛ no anaasɛ wokatakata nneɛma so nti edu baabi a yɛma questions na obebisa wo no ɔnka sɛ obisa wo question when we say we got 10,000 to ochina bomb ebosia 5,000 no enye no ne yeye wa ha but we need the honest answers with the tough questions and so we can help you project and get into the business fully prepared and fully well armed so inti yebe sire mo Sunday mama yenhia legend na ye mesua de
asema okay me ko see me gold pen buy and sana me be share me something. Na the year many say me could 5-acre land so and program na me hwe nyina na ade no me hwe one of the biggest pen bi o Jamaica na ade na me ya na me so me hear me calculation and I'm so me ko hear that on am so nua na say na be cost me take as dey nti before me do kra no ma me akoto tik no asena be ko ni bi nti me feel say oh me be walk through to say that me see ka me dwane
enye bete
me come see me go this 6 weeks no me after me wife say na na see nua keke na I'm so that ma mo say kurase ya me ka say boga ma me dwane
we kwena uto tiki no na wan goto in ya papa in ya success papa
me sa call second time around I feel them say me really say me boss rule the Chelsea no the truck buy you buy inside of this hey me do the fuck to account me I was where scan that I'm zoning my memory na me second time is it gane the electrical near there na me ameti na me say this car na me charge say you and at that time no na me buy na me turn na me search myself and I'm be share me so be na me say yeah me ja go me but I'm my poison me all that but you know you are still in and we are going so business you have to really do calculations that's what I'm trying to say wow funny man pen ni paper and to pa no anye you know see Ghana there $6 be man be bring to bit me age near ma ko chira boss one guy is na obi di na oba anyway never experience am so dey ma me nya on
yo yeah that's it o de ye me ye de besi ya but ye say ye also di nkomo o chere bia nti no wa o pese o nye ye di si ya de life is here but wa pese o ni di nkomo no me sa de link ne to a faso na bra ansa na bibia free so ye beda mo se nyame ya adom a said ye hu se ne mpanifo ka no antitiri ka ofadu bekan anti yesi di beto so nyame ya adom a Friday ye be kasa afa partnership no ho ti Friday no ye be ye nkasa afa crops no na ye be kasa afa partnership no nti misremo da obia mre bi efise u be hia me partner obia pe me partner me so me pe obia partner edien ene wo se gina so na ye de hwe efu se priye ho tino we ade bi a ehia yi nyina ntimisremo partnership no nyame adoma Friday Ghana time 8 o'clock misremo ada mumma yi nyina yemra na Ghana time 8 o'clock ni yemra mi shem na yembe kasa mfa won ne beboa yi Ababo ama ejuma di na de atumpon. Em say Mr. Wonder. Mr. Wonder. And I said, Mame Wonder. Wonder. Okay, ABN no person join after life, and you know, Matthias say. No, sorry. Okay, yo, Matteo, yeah, you to me joining after life, and don't worry. Ti nyame adoma Friday, Ghana time 8 o'clock. Yeah, because of a partnership on William Penifo na ebe tena dwenu mu no. Ya Mame Tili ewo ho. Ofadu wo ho. Legend nso so betra so be dey. Obaba beta e kire. Na yenye ho aduro. Because Operation Feed Ghana no. Se minu mi no, yetimi boy ho a yenkoto perfume rice na ekoso no. Yenkoto endomi no. Enye se omo production ni nyo. Na embom moma yenkodi body kontomre no free system no. Na edi kontomre na ye wodua menke no obekoso adua ye wodo abe no obekoso ado because enwo no timi ton man nya enso nya so mfaso. Na sawo nyina echi no yesika no yesidis no yesidis yensa ampesika sidis ni nko bank international bank nko kosesa nko dollars ni de akokoto ade no Cote d'Ivoire. Timisraw ye co business na emom yemfe ni so to partnership nti nyame adoma Friday ye be share eda wase muni ho a SOS ni ho ti mo ba
Yes, sir.